got it bad. We got it bad. Now we're back to that feeling we never had. Just pretend. Catalyze my catatonic mind. Give it life until it burns too bright. Burns too bright. Consume whatever's left in
And welcome back, everybody, to the studio here at the ROG Join the Republic Community Challenge Finals. I'm Parla, recovering from a beating served by Lauren, Pansy, Scott, and
mostly this guy
her team,
as well,
including Sponge, but not including the man on the very end, deoxeyyy, who was one of the contestants in this whole tournament and was part of Sponge's team from Australia. Guys, can we just quickly recap what just happened? We had a show match, myself and 4 of the captains versus Pansy and 4 of the captains. What happened?
You got wrecked.
You got hard wrecked.
I got wrecked. My HLTV rating. I don't get many matches.
Have you seen the picture they've used of you on HLTV as well?
What? Well, I'm like looking down or something. It's not that bad of a picture, is it? I mean, it's okay.
pretty intense.
It's a good photo. Do you like the one we used of you?
No. I don't like that
in your
photo.
head?
It was
Was that
like
a
an
mind
old
game?
picture I took of myself. Wasn't really so artistically inclined back then.
Okay.
I would like to think slightly improved. Maybe all of you watching disagree. Either way, we're off the topic. You guys absolutely smashed my team. It was a pleasure. It was on Inferno. It was loads of fun. You did win. Later in the show, I'm going to be pied. Shame that. You know, it's a bit ironic.
You're playing it off a little bit.
I've been working on this project for 6 months now, and I'm the guy at the end who gets a punch in the face, pretty much, from Creamy Moses himself.
Yes.
Anyway, guys, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the upcoming match, the final, which is between Team Maikelele and Team IzakOOO, Sweden and Poland. It's going to be really, really intense. They are definitely the best teams here. I think we have established that by now. There's no luck that's really been involved in their victories. Look at Sponge. He's like, maybe we could have done it. No. All right, Sponge. Do you have a disagreement with that?
No, not at all.
Okay, you did kind of like furrow your brow slightly. But anyway, we also, the whole point of this, one of the main points of this project is to really show that an amateur can work hard and reach some form of success and maybe even create a career from this whole situation. And one of the people trying to do that, or who has been involved in this, is deoxeyyy. And we're going to start off by showing all of you his player-focused video.
So as a player, I feel like I'm more of an aggressive player. So I like to be the person that just runs in first and finds out where everyone is and hopefully gets a few two to three frags at best. Best case scenario, kill the whole team. I've been playing Counter-Strike since I was a very young child. My dad actually used to play it and I used to watch him. And every time he'd jump off or go to the toilet, I'd jump on and try and kill some people. But yeah, wasn't very good back then. This is massive for myself anyway. I've never played overseas before. I've played around Australia in like national competitions, so all the top Australian teams at a LAN, but yeah, I've never played overseas, no.
Yeah, flex the muscles, deoxeyyy. You're on stream, brother.
Look at that smile.
You're live on stream. Oh, the tongue out.
In real life, I work full time, so finding time to play Counter-Strike's a little hard at the moment. I also play for a competitive team, so I've been busy with that as well. We boot camped in Melbourne, in Australia, figured out where we'd play and who our roles in the team. So Chad gave us a few ideas and a bit of strategies that we could go through during the games.
Good wanted tags of 3 players, and then the CSET 75 AWP out, the oxeyyy taking care of Arcadia, and he's looking for even more fights.
Being an anti-frag is a tiny bit of pressure, but at the same time, like, it can also feel very rewarding. Like if you can enter the bomb site and get like 2 kills and the bomb site's open for your whole team, the round's basically won. All you have to do is hold a line and wait for them to run into you. So it's very rewarding when it works, and it can also be a little depressing if you die every single time.
deoxeyyy, the entry fragger for Team Australia. Pleasure to have you here. How has this whole experience been for you?
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's been very interesting. I'm sad that we couldn't actually pull out the win in the end, but it was fun nonetheless, so yeah.
You had an insane game on Train, and we thought, wow, this could even go 2-0 to Team Sponge, but it didn't, unfortunately, for you guys. How did you manage to pull off that sort of performance? What was it, 33 or 36 kills? Something around that.
Yeah, I think it was about 35.
35, okay. I just missed it by one time. Great for me. Please continue.
So my game plan going into this was that I knew they were an actual team. So my game plan was, well, I'm not going to let them feel comfortable. So every chance I had, I decided to do something completely random, push through a smoke, flash behind me and just run at them as much as possible. On CT side, I guess they kind of just, it felt like they were running into my crosshair at that point. But I just couldn't do it in the next 2 games. I couldn't find my momentum as I did in Train. I felt like they were more structured in the next 2 maps rather than just on train, so.
Lauren, I think one of the coolest things about deoxeyyy is that he started off this competition. He wasn't on a team when me and Sponge met him, or at least you weren't on a team of the profile that you are on now.
Yeah.
And now at this point, you're playing for Legacy Team Australia, which you said is like top 4 or 5 in Australia.
Somewhere around that,
Yeah, which is pretty cool, right?
Are they the ones with the tree in the logo? Legacy.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
And
Mitch's team.
Yeah. Oh, congrats. On that note, though, you know, obviously you're not a complete amateur. It's not like you've come into this and you're like, I've just installed CS. You know what I mean? Like, you're actually relatively established. How different was it going from a relatively structured team? As you said, you played in a couple already. You played around, I guess, Australia rather than going overseas. How much of a big difference was it going across these ones so you get the jet lag effect and all that sort of stuff piled in, playing with a bit of a mix and against essentially a team? Was it more freeing? Did you feel like you could do more on your own accord, or did it just feel completely different?
Not having that structure is a completely different game. Like, it feels like you can't rely on your team as much. I mean, they're still good players. Like, none of my team are bad players. They're all pretty good in, I've played with them in Australia multiple times. Yeah, the structure hurts. It hurts not knowing what everyone's doing as often as you'd like.
I know how that feels.
Yeah, after watching your game. Oh, mate.
I didn't even have
I mean, that was
yeah.
what I'm waiting to hear. Thank you very much. Thank
See,
you.
it's sort of come from me, but
This
he
is
got
good.
in early.
It's a slow brew with Chad.
It was a race to it.
Like with the team, the way that I was like calling and stuff on train when Dale was just going off, I kind of just like let him free. I said, you go here, do whatever you want. Everyone else will come with me. We'll go do something. And it kind of worked out like that on the T side. Dale found himself in a lot of good after-plan situations where we were kind of getting taken out and he was taking them down. So it looked pretty good for him.
And Sponge, like, how did you put the word out there and how did you eventually find deoxeyyy in Australia?
So mine was like 2 segments. So I had an online portion where I did some streaming and I played pugs with players over the course of, I think I did like a full day stream. It was like 14 hours or something.
Yeah.
Stupid. And then he was the standout player from that day. And then he had to come to PAX where we had an on-stage match between people who I'd picked up at PAX. And once again, he was the standout player. So the clear front runner for my team.
All right, and you... Sorry, Lauren, do you want to jump in? No, I was just going to say, Sponge, you are someone very versed in esports and CS, and especially Australian Counter-Strike. What kind of future do you see for deoxeyyy?
A pretty good one. His biggest issue is having a full-time job. You know, that's like the rest of Australia. They have to kind of be able to work or study full-time because Counter-Strike is where we're from. It's still behind the 8 ball. You know, we have Renegades, we have Winterfox now, but they're not... We don't have actual organisations in Australia who are able to pay salaries and stuff so these guys can commit full-time, which is a bit of an issue.
If you got the chance, would you give up your full-time job for full-time esports? Because I know like, a lot of people have like really good professions they worked incredibly hard for and they just enjoy playing esports on the side. Would you switch over or would you want to stick doing what you're doing?
Currently with my job, even if I had the offer and I wanted to, I wouldn't be able to.
Okay,
so
fair enough.
I'm signed on for 6 years and I can't leave until that's up.
Okay, well
so
there you go.
I've got until I'm 24 before I can even like contemplate doing that. So
Cool.
How old are you now?
Wait.
I'm 21 now.
21.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
I was about to say counting.
Well, there's
is
always
tricky.
that potential there. We are ready now to move on to the next player focus, but any final words from you before we say goodbye, deoxeyyy?
Not really. Apart from, I wish I could have destroyed them a bit harder.
Yeah. Well,
It is what it is.
you put on a fantastic show, and you are definitely a very talented player, and it could be exciting to see if there's any potential for you in the future. And best of luck in your career as well, because you know it's fantastic you're doing both.
Cool. Thank you.
All right, so the next player focus is for one of the players from Team Germany, Zonix's team, who unfortunately went out in the first stage of the competition, Dreven.
Well, my name is Tim Fiege and I'm known in the internet as Drevin, or like English would say maybe Drevin. I am 20. I played Counter-Strike 2 years ago when some friend told me let's buy this game, and then it just started. Well, at first I didn't like it because I wasn't that good at this game, but after some time I just kept on playing and I watched videos, and then you just can't get away.
It's the information. He knows where both players are coming from. Unfortunately for him, he isn't able to find the shots. Dreven there, long range with the Tech 9. 3 kills in the round for Dreven, and the first one, I gotta say, was brilliant. That flick Tech 9 headshot.
I think I'm good, but there's way more than just being good. You need work, hard work and talent. It's just so much more. So I have to learn way more. Everyone has a plan of or a dream like being like a pro. If I can perform good at the matches, maybe that someone's coming after the event and says maybe you want to join us, show to the German scene that there are good players with talent who can improve. That's because it's very, very important for me to perform.
Dreven there with another very interesting story, like his background and how he got into this position he is in. And I think it's awesome to see even a player that went out in the early stage of the competition is still very positive about everything that has happened. But we still have 2 teams left. We only have 2 teams left. The grand final is ready to go, and we can start discussing what might happen, predictions, and so forth. Lauren, please start us off.
It's really hard to call this one, right? It's like you look at the Swedish team and it's very hard to bet against them, considering the only time they looked relatively weak was that OT against Adren's side. Whereas IzakOOO's team lost a map to Zonix's team, the German side, one of the players you just heard from. So in theory, the stronger side overall, you know what I mean? It's very hard to kind of like pull to one side, but it's hard to doubt a lot of the players on that IzakOOO side, because it's not just IzakOOO who plays well. There's like 2 other people, like NEEX is one of them that you could look at and believe that they can do well here. So I find it really hard to call this.
I think the X factor that one of our cast is going to bring up, Anders, is Stomp, the AWPer. I don't know, Chad, what are your thoughts on both these teams? Who are the standouts for you? Where do you see this going?
Yeah, building on what Lauren was saying, I look at the Swedish team and they're still more of a pug team, right? They may have put a bit more practice in than say what my team did, which wouldn't have been too difficult. But it's Maikelele who's the star, and he's shown over the course of these days that he is a star. Then Lolzy chimes in as the second best player, then the other 3 all contribute here, there, and everywhere. On the Polish side, IzakOOO's picked a team with players who are like, a few of them are better than him, you could say. Yeah. So he's just the leader of the squad, and he has his stars kind of doing work, and he contributes as well. So IzakOOO's team is probably across the board more evenly skilled and more structured, and the rumor has it they've done much more practice. So for me, I look at them and I go, if you look at, like, they have more synergy as a team, so they're more of a team than Maikelele's team. Maikelele needs to hope that he can have another stellar performance and he doesn't get shut out.
And I'd go on to the fact of even maps going head-to-head against these guys. What we've seen from IzakOOO is that they're actually very prepared. They do have more than just the basics. Like Maikelele was saying that, yes, they've got the basics down and they build upon it. I've seen more than that from IzakOOO. I've actually liked the core of how they play. I like the fact that they can actually withstand on the CT sides. They're not just giving that up. A lot of teams struggle on their CT sides because it's very hard to play as a pug. They seemed way more ready for that than the Swedish team. Maikelele can bring all the firepower on the T side. No one doubts what he can do. We've seen it firsthand. But I don't think they've got longevity as IzakOOO's side do at the moment.
Some of the other pros were discussing that if the map veto goes in favour of Maikelele, it's most likely going to be a cash ban, or if that will be the thing that they should try to do against IzakOOO's team. I'd love to get the opinion on that and of everything else from our casters, Anders and Semler. Guys, this is the big grand final, and there's a lot on the line, and I know you guys have been watching very closely and have some pretty strong opinions about which way this could go.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've been on Izak's sort of train for so long now. I've got to follow through on this one. I think Stomp's been looking promising. And
he's the guy that you really like.
Yeah,
the style, right?
Well, I was going to say, so up until this point, until yesterday, in fact, I thought it was just going to be him. But now NEEX and Guzman have been playing very well. I'm liking this team even more now.
No, that's true.
I forgot about LUULIGUZMAN. That last game he played was absolutely amazing.
It was.
Yeah, and
very, very on point.
NEEX really caught fire as well.
Yeah.
It looks like the vote on screen, which you can do, exclamation mark followed by the player of choice, is going very much in favour of Izak. Semler, what are your thoughts?
I'm interested to see that Maikelele went back to Mirage when they got beat up by Luke on it yesterday.
What are the
in the semifinals? Yeah, that's what I'm noting down right now. So we know that the way that the ban went, Cash got picked by Izak.
Okay.
Understandable. They've been really solid on it all tournament long. Second map is Maikelele picking Mirage, which is, I guess, like they're going back to their strong point. First time they played Mirage, Maikelele went ham. Yesterday, they kind of got carried, like he got saved a little bit by his teammates. But still, it feels like a wishy-washy map. And then third map is Train.
Ooh, that's a really strange map.
I mean, Chad, you should like this. You're going to be on the analyst test for
Chad,
it.
what do you think about that?
It's a good pick. I think like the strong opening of Maikelele can shine on that map. You know, it's a map where he can run around and be wherever he wants to be and grab a cheeky kill, move to another position, grab another one. But I'm still surprised that Maikelele didn't ban Cache. Like, what would they have possibly been scared of? What did
Either way, Chad, guys, I'm gonna interrupt because we need to get this match underway, and so that means Anders and Semler, you guys can take it away. Enjoy it.
Thank you very much, Parla. Appreciate it. Glad to see you're still hanging in there, brother, and just not
curled up in a corner somewhere.
Yeah. As soon as the camera's off him, he's crying. You can't see that. It's off the camera now, but he's already crying. So I understand that, you know. And the worst is still to come. The pie is still happening later on, so you can't miss that.
What the thing is, like Moses, he actually does want to inflict some pain because there's marzipan on that pie. That's what Paolo's freaking out about. There's like a layer of marzipan over the cream in that pie.
You guys don't know is we've put it out in the cold, and it's like -10 outside, so it will just be rock hard. It won't be like a cream pie at all. It'll just be like an actual rock in it.
Covered with whipped cream, though, obviously.
Yeah.
You have to
make it look good.
hide it a little bit.
Yeah, full cartoon style.
Well, I mean, the thing is, it'll be done at the end of the day, so Paolo won't need his pretty face anymore. It'll be all right. You know, he'll be able to go back to the UK.
Have time to recover.
Yeah.
Listen, you've been a fan of Maikelele's for I think for the most of the tournament, and you've
For
been
a long
right up
time,
until
3
this
years
point.
now?
Yeah, for 3 years if you want to count the whole thing. But I mean, you know, you've been right up until this point. You've had him picked so far. Do you think this is the team that they can't beat? Like, is it too much, or will it be his day?
I think that there's so much depth to both of these rosters that it can actually break either way. Izak, yes, they have a bit more preparation going on, but I haven't seen as much consistency across the board with his team, although it has been like NEEX, LUULIGUZMAN, and STOMP really who've been like the standout players, the standout core for Izak. Even Izak shows up when he gets a C75 on those anti-eco rounds. But like Forced to Live, Forced to Live, Lalzi, Foxy, Maikelele, like there's a lot of depth on Maikelele's roster where anybody can go ham.
Well, look, it is the grand finals that's going to be coming up. If you're new to this whole concept, if you don't know more about these two captains, then we do have a head-to-head between Izak and Maikelele. Let's check it out. Chicken 1, chicken 2, chicken... Only have tech lines, but this is doable. He makes a jump for it, tries for the shot. He only takes one down. There's the kill. Crasher coming up with a double. There's the triple.
Pretty fun game. I was pretty shocked that the Taiwanese guys was actually this good.
25 seconds, the bomb, it should be going down. Now the knife is in, and oh, that's how it's gonna end.
I think when I knifed, I just felt on top of the world. I had a really good game. Hopefully my captain wasn't too mad at me for not taking the safer potion.
I mean, it's a bit fun, right?
Well, I've played many games with them actually. So we've played like over 100 games probably, maybe even 200 or 300 games. They're really skilled. They are amazing, and what makes us a team, there are players who can actually step up and carry the game.
There's nobody here, but they're still going to take the fight. Here comes the whole squad, and there's a firing squad on the other side. Lei getting up 3 kills. Chaka gets 1 in return, but that's just brutal.
I think our chance is big. We saw Maikelele team and Taiwan team, so we know how they play.
They are confident because they practiced a lot before this tournament. They're ready, and what can I say? We're ready as well.
Team-wise, I think that we just need to keep playing the same game that we've been playing so far. We can beat any opposition here, as we have done so far.
We can do this. I mean, that's what we are here for.
We can do this.
All right, well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The two captains, certainly the confidence is there. They're ready for it. Before we get on the way, I do want to remind you that the tournament is brought to you by ROG and Intel, and this grand final match is coming up. It's going to be brought to you by the ROG Strix 502.
Lean over and just
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is it, the grand finals here, the ROG Community Challenge Join the Republic. It is Team Izak versus Team Maikelele, and it will be a best-of-3 game. We have the maps, we have everything going on, and the teams are setting up, and obviously they got a knife and everything first. So, I mean, what do you think? I'm glad you mentioned Force to Live, because I think he's going to be important in this one. Him and Maikelele, I mean, I just don't know. I feel like they need more. Crasher, I think, was playing better yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, he was playing at a high level. So if he can continue that, they have, like, a good sort of trio of players. And I think they need that. They need 3. 2 is not enough.
It's tough because going into this map, excuse me, going into this best of 3, before seeing the maps, I would have said, oh, yeah, this is really even between both of these teams. I think Maikelele stands a good chance. You know, it's not going to be a railroad. But the problem is that now we know the maps. And I think at least both maps, the initial maps, the starting maps here kind of favor Izak's team. At least Cash in particular. Izak was allowed to pick Cash. They've looked very good on Cash so far. And that's going to heavily favor Izak, I think. I think it's going to be Maikelele's team who are massive underdogs going into this match just based off of the maps alone.
All right. And Maikelele, we see him right here. Saying that if Counter-Strike didn't exist, that he'd be a professional, he'd be, you know, the best beatboxer in the world. That's quite a claim. I feel like there are people who devote their whole lives to that, right? So.
Yeah, actually, there are. I mean, man, I always forget what it like. Don't worry, be happy. What's that guy's name? That's something Freeman, something.
Obviously I can't help you out here.
Well, no, you know, this is why we have laptops.
You're gonna Google it right away. I like it. You Google that. And then we'll
Bobby
take a look
McFerrin, of course. All right, if you can get on Bobby McFerrin's level, then maybe we can talk.
All right,
Maikelele, you got a goal. I just gave you a goal.
Maybe we'll get a preview later on.
Get on Bobby McFerrin's level. That guy's nuts. Have you watched anything? He hasn't even stopped. He's still going. He's wild.
It just continues
Fun
forever
fact,
and ever.
First cassette tape that I ever owned. It was a gift from my great uncle. Gave me a cassette player and a cassette tape of Bobby McFerrin. And on that song was "Don't Worry, Be Happy." And I was just like, whoa, my young ass. I was like, whoa, like flipping out.
This is too good. Well, I mean, I'm glad that he still has the American bandana on. Glad that NA is represented in the finals, even if they couldn't make it here, which is kind of what we're used to at this point, I feel like.
Yeah.
We say that, but I mean, season Pro Leagues.
I'm gonna admit,
the last season of Pro League we had.
It's like it's just tough because I was rooting for Cloud9 a bit in those qualifiers, in large part for Young Stu, for Automatic. You know, I was pretty excited to see those guys play, and they just couldn't.
It was just Stewie's birthday, wasn't it? Happy birthday, Stewie.
Yeah, happy birthday, Stewie. I mean, they just couldn't hack it. They didn't qualify. So that was a pretty sad sort of sad turn of events. When you have such a long break between the majors, you have Liquid who are going to be there, which is just straight up lulls, and then you don't have Cloud9. That's very tough, I think, for the North American scene right now going into this major. It's gonna be cutthroat for them.
Yeah, no, it is crazy in this major. They're generally just gonna be absolutely crazy. But here he is, Forced to Live, great nickname, 15 years old, and he's got definitely the best hair of anyone on the stage right now.
Absolutely.
I think maybe when Sky was up there, there was a competition that could have you could have leaned either way. Maybe there could have been something going on there, but
listen,
he's been outdone.
When we hark back to the golden days of Titan, right? When just the hair was so on point on that team.
Yeah.
Forced to Live would have fit right in.
I mean, especially when they walked on stage at like a big stadium, you weren't sure if it was going to be like a boy band, coming on, or if they were going to play Counter-Strike.
Scream, exist. That was such a sick team. The hair was on point.
But the age factor here, I think, is important. You know, this is one of the reasons why this is a lot of fun and why it's really cool is that some of these players, Forced to Live could be one. We're seeing Stomp and NEEX and LUULIGUZMAN on the other team. I mean, there are people here who could have a breakthrough in the future. With a little bit of coaching, with a little bit of help from their peers in their regions, someone from Sweden, someone from Poland, maybe step up and try and help them into the scene and make them the sort of player you'd want to play with. I think it's worth spending the time now to do it. We'll see if that's going to be the case. Maybe not right away, but if you're 15, you've got some time to work on it.
Yeah,
really.
It'll be a little bit of time to get into it. I mean, exactly 15, you get a couple more years to mature. You play some online leagues, you play in events like this, and once you start getting up to like 17, 18, you're gonna be ripe for. You're gonna be. I think headhunters from teams can start looking to these guys.
I never saw this fact from Le. He says he's kind of stressed because normally he plays Counter-Strike naked at his home.
Get out.
Which is, I mean. I can understand how that works. I think that's the freedom of being at home. Like, you don't have to wear any pants. You can just, no one cares, you know.
I don't want to see his heating bill. Guy lives in Poland. It gets cold in Poland.
He's the opposite of Thorin.
Yeah, I know, right? Or me, right? I'd rather, you know, have a window cracked open a bit, nice fresh air coming in, wear a sweater, just be comfy that way. I sleep
no
naked
heating.
every day of the week, right? Like, never sleep with any clothes on. I don't understand how people sleep with, like, PJs and all that and don't die, basically, but you gotta wear clothes, man. Come on.
I agree. I'm with you. I'm with you on that part of it. And there's the trophy that they could be winning here, assuming they can make it work. And Parla has already shined it up. Although I can definitely tell he's missed a spot on top there. Maybe we can get Parla back out here with the cloth and getting a chance to get something done. That'd be cool. Yeah, not at all bad. These players have been coming for a long way. Like Parla was saying, some of it has been going on for like 6 months, where they've been sort of, you know, training and they've been selecting the teams, and we've seen already that that's been grueling. It is interesting. Now we're going to go into Cash coming up as the first map here. So again, welcome to the ROG Community Challenge. We've got Team Maikelele versus Team izak, and it is a best-of-3 game coming up first. Maikelele going to be starting on the T side and Team izak on the CT side. And looks like they're preparing for a quick A execute here. If they can maybe get that done, that would be cool. But look at the lineup. Stomp and LUULIGUZMAN, they're sitting in front of each other, having a bit of a weird fight towards main.
That actually makes noise. I'd like to fan myself with this piece of paper. It just doesn't work. Never mind. All right, let's get into it. I just like Maikelele going for the straight dig. I mean, we haven't seen that enough in pistol rounds. I feel like, throwback to Mouse Sports Nico for a while. He was one of the guys who would go for a deagle in a pistol round and actually get something out of it. So Michael going for a bit of a BDP at the beginning here to start things off in this pistol. But look at how careful both of these teams have been. These teams, it's been a lot of, you know, bullying, basically, you know, showing very little respect for their opponents, just getting in their face and playing the aggro game. Here, they're really taking their time with it. It's only now, minute left in this round, where we're going to see some action.
Oh, wow. LUULIGUZMAN, he gets trucked. That was forcetolive coming around the corner, but Stomp will take him out. So a quick 1-for-1 trade. Stomp turning around, getting the headshot on foxeyyy, but he finally goes down. Lolsey, and that's a really quick 180 turn, but he can't do it again. IzakOOO with the perfect timing. Crasher will drop him, so it's still a 2-on-2. Just once it gets going, it's endless trading, and now Maikelele, can he do what he's here to do? He's the captain of the team. He's got the deal, but now he's also alone. He cancels the bomb plant, walks into the smoke. He's walking around next. This is so good. There comes that professional intuition, and now he's going to try and fall back. He's got 20 seconds. He can make a run for the B-bomb side. He can still make that in time, but now he's going to give it up and go for the fight. Instead, he drops to lay, and it will be Team izak picking up the pistol round there. A little bit of a cheeky smile coming out from the Polish player.
You know, the man is clothed, but he still knows how to get the job done. Doesn't matter. It's all good. The clutch 1v1 versus Maikelele in the end. Maikelele came so close. If he'd had another 10 seconds to play with, I think that he does make the break for B site. Goes for it. He probably judged that he just wouldn't have enough time.
I think at 21 seconds, I mean, he could have definitely made that. I think you can make that run, no problem. In fact, we can have our observer time it. I would venture to say that run takes no more than 15 seconds. So he should be all right, even through the vent and everything. We do have 3 Tech-9s, 2 Deagles, and 4 UMPs and a FAMAS on the other team. So I would say this is a fight that Team Maikelele can definitely win. And with these kind of a mixed teams like we've been seeing earlier in the tournament, it's possible to win these rounds all day, every day. izak is playing with fire being this close to the box in the middle. He could definitely get close line by Maikelele. Look at that. Captain on captain action. It's the Swedish team that comes out on top.
Especially because Maikelele didn't really have that strong a showing in the show match. I think he wants to come in here and make a point, make that statement that the guy's going to hit headshots. He's got the level to be the superstar here in this tournament. LUULIGUZMAN going to get flashed in, takes down forcetolive. That drops the bomb in A main as well. That kind of spurs the rest of his team to start rushing short, to try and collapse onto this A site. But the defense is going to get set up here in just a moment's time. They have a very small window here. And Crasher, he is going to hit the flank. No way that they're going to get a bomb plant out of this, however.
No, they're just way too close. And the bomb is in main as well. So, yeah, this is done for Crasher. Can't get the headshot either. That basic trick set up between LUULIGUZMAN and Stomp in the A-bomb site, flashing into main like that, is exactly the reason why I think the community vote that was going on beforehand was so heavily in favor of Team izak, because, and probably the izak fans as well, but you've got to think at this point, that kind. It's so easy to replicate. Like, anyone can do this. I think we've been trying to hammer this point home. 14 seconds. Yeah. I do spend a lot of time timing things on maps. So
well, yeah, no. It's
I think I've made that. I think I made that exact calculation before. So I was feeling confident that he could do it.
It's whether he knows it or not, right? Oh, well, Izak's pretty pleased right now. He gets 2 kills. Sadly, it's with the CZ, so he hardly gets any money at all. But still 2 kills out of that. A little bit feel good for him.
Clicking away. Stomp actually going to be able to get the 1 kill. So the UMPs get a bit out of that round, but maybe not as much as you would want. A good start for the Polish side, but still very early days here in the grand finals. Much is still to come. That's going to be 3-0 now. I'm curious to see what Maikelele's team can do. I want to see Maikelele be the star again. You know, got some great supporting cast, and it's nice to see that in the semifinals. It was actually his team that were doing a lot of the hard work. It wasn't just Maikelele, but I want some of the clutches back.
Flashes, man behind sandbags, so they don't have any incendiaries. They either clear out sandbags or vents. It's a bit difficult to make your way into mid right now when you're lacking the utility on Team Maikelele, but LUULIGUZMAN just trying to get some damage out there, and then a little bit of info. They know that somebody's pushed up beneath vents. Now forcetolive is going to start clearing out sandbags, and he does manage to spot the man hiding behind there. Great flash to open things up, but it was a team flash at the same time.
Chaos in the middle, and izak's going to get a kill for it. Still fighting and doing some damage. Now comes NEEX into the middle with the AWP. He's going to get a kill on Crasher. That actually dropped the bomb for a second. They will be able to pick it up again and try and see if they can funnel it into the B bomb side. Le in a really unlikely position for him to be in, but Maikelele not even going to hesitate to get that headshot. He's not going to try and run through, which is a trick we've seen a couple of times already in this matchup. NEEX gets a kill on foxeyyy. Maikelele 1 versus 2. Here's the chance for a clutch situation.
Unbelievable. The timing. And he's got the angle. Misses the shot. And there's the bait coming in from Maikelele. The flash, the headshot, spots the man in CT as well, so now he has the information on where Stomp is playing from. Clever use of the angle, but Stomp bides his time. He knows that that bomb has not been planted. He knows that Maikelele is trying to make use of the 30 seconds here, trying to bait some kind of response out of him. This time he bites, and Maikelele not going to find the kill. No! Another clutch for the Polish team. Izak's team come through again.
Well, that's going to be just slightly upsetting. I mean, he was really trying to bait it out, and that angle is actually really powerful. Imagine if Stomp isn't walking in towards the right-hand side of that wall, but if he's actually just sort of hugging the left side,
yeah,
his feet are going to get spotted way before he can see Maikelele, so that's kind of cool. Now we've got 4 Deagles, and the Crasher with the P250 here. Maikelele's team trying to see if they could find an opening with one of these Deagles. No armor at all, though, so it's going to be rough.
Yeah, this is... Oh. Until Izak decides to actually go for the challenge. Versus the Deag, Maikelele's been hitting shots all day.
As far as I can tell, that was the second shot as well, wasn't it? It wasn't the first shot, so that I don't even know how that works. He was clicking really quickly there.
Yeah, it wasn't the one Deag. Just hitting it perfectly, the timing. Next, deciding to get boosted up, gonna get a free kill on LUULIGUZMAN. And while there is a man trying to push B halls right now, there's a little bit of pressure going over here towards the B site. And, well, NEEX is in position to deal with this, however. He's got that USP, not going to find the headshot. Instead, it's Maikelele and Crasher opening up the B site, and they should be able to get a bomb plant, which is excellent. This was a hard eco. They're getting 3 kills plus a bomb plant out of this Maikelele. And they're even in position to actually win this round.
They definitely could. Not going to get wallbanged anytime soon by Stomp. They're on the other side of the box. Grenade will do a lot of damage if it lands right. They don't have any armor, but it won't actually connect with anything. That's a bit of a shame. Some good smokes to make sure they don't have to cover quite as many angles there. The Molotov going to make it even worse for Maikelele's team. They're taking some damage from that. There's the kill from LUULIGUZMAN, trying to turn it around. But now it's a 1-on-2. foxeyyy trying to get the kill on Stomp, who's still in the 1-on-2. C-set kill coming through. He's got the kit, but he can't make it around the corner. It's a quad kill for Maikelele. And that will be the Swedish team picking up the first round for themselves, based on Deagles.
And based on a quad kill from Maikelele as well. What is the score right now for Maikelele? I'm curious to see. As we're starting to get into this, and it feels like he's been in a lot of positions now. Yeah, he's at 9-0-4. Stomp is at 8-0-3 as well. So it's basically between these two guys, although NEEX isn't far behind with 6. Stomp is just doing monster work. I love it that he's able to keep up with Maikelele and go toe-to-toe with this guy. But finally, a clutch goes Maikelele's way.
Yeah, that's definitely good news. And it also tells us by the fact that izak's team is now echoing that they were kind of being put to the test anyway. Even the rounds they were winning must have been somewhat close. Now Stomp is playing close with the C-set 75. Going to get the timing against forcetolive, and that drops the bomb. So now they're committed to the bomb side. They've really got no choice. The full rotation is coming in here. Nearly everyone on site. Maikelele gets that shot on next, but he will at least be going down to izak. It's LUULIGUZMAN left 1 versus 3, and he can't get another kill in. It's not really the worst round coming out of the CT side, but I mean, at least now both the teams are on the board.
Yeah, 2 kills for what amounts to, you know, a hard eco round, basically. That's pretty solid work. So, I mean, both of these teams are basically keeping the money low for their opponents, and so this can still swing either way. 2 rounds in a row now for Maikelele's team, but IzakOOO, they're deciding to actually go for another round of eco. So this is the half-buy sort of scenario where a couple of players are going to invest in Kevlar. They're just looking to balance out the money, and they'll get that full buy where they have everything, all the grenades, the rifles, everything that they need in the next round here going into the 8th round for izak.
Well, they've been favoring the double AWP setup anyway, so I can understand why they want to save for it. They feel like that's a cornerstone of this team, so, you know, just do it. Stomp and NEEX have been picking it up. I think NEEX's fun fact was that he sort of liked playing with the AWP. LOLZ gets a couple of kills there. That's a good attempt. LUULIGUZMAN sneaking in with a P250. Oh, Crasher turns around. I actually thought he saw him at first, but it was just a random turnaround. Now he's got the AK. He's going to go for the fight at LOLZ. Great shot. This is what we like to see out of LUULIGUZMAN, and we saw in the semifinals as well. He seems to sort of hit a zone in his mind where it just really connects. It's nice to see.
No, where he does exactly where it seems to fall into it one step at a time, and he's got NEEX there to back him up as well with the deagle. So they're going to go for that buddy system. They're setting a trap, and yeah, exactly. They can go for the boost into top and to actually look in, catch these guys out from mid, but it looks like there's an option here for a counter boost coming in from Team Maikelele. Who's actually going to go for it? Is it Michael, or is it going to be forcetolive who gets boosted up?
forcetolive has 20 health. If they boost him, I feel like
35 seconds
cruel.
left, though. They're hesitating way too much here. 35 seconds. Let's go.
They also got Foxy walking in the other way. Here's Maikelele being boosted up, but he's not going to find anyone. This is a really big problem. Now he's making a noise. They know it's coming. 20 seconds. He's trying to get that bomb in. NEEX goes down, and now Maikelele turning around. LUULIGUZMAN, can he do this 1 versus 3? He has to catch the bomb, and he's let it go, and I think that's the critical moment. If he takes out Maikelele with the AK, then maybe they have a chance. Now, it's pretty much going to be done. Oh, he's going to go for the sneaky plant.
I think they win 100% if he kills Maikelele there. If he gets Michael in the back. Not enough time for them to get that bomb and get it up onto the site. All you have to do is stay alive versus forcetolive. Forcetolive, the hero of this round. And well, now it's the... Ooh, that's what you get. When you're the hero, there are no heroes. That's what Lily's telling you right now. 1v2 now for him. 3 kills. Can he get the ace clutch? He's already got it. There's one headshot on Foxy, and it's all on Michael now for another clutch. And he does it. Back-to-back clutches for Michael. But come on, how close does it have to get here, Anders?
Yeah, I mean, this is the guy that we've been watching. And he, you know, in terms of finding new talent, look at this. Very cool. Obviously, we're not playing at, you know, a major finals or anything like that, but if you've never played in sort of a competitive environment, you know, you're on a stage, the cameras are on, and I'm just looking at it, there's like 140,000 people watching, so it's not like the pressure isn't on, and it's really hard to do these things. It's very different from playing matchmaking and just having like a good round where, you know, you get 3 kills and that's it, but this is definitely a different atmosphere, especially for these guys. I think Maikelele probably is much less phased by it. He's just, you know, doing his thing and running around trying to make this work.
I mean, there is a point to be made, though. It is like he's the only guy who has anything to lose.
Yeah.
In a way, though. You know what I mean? Where everybody expects him to just dominate, right?
Yeah.
And if he isn't, there's that pressure where he's just like, why am I not hitting my shots? There's something subtle there. But I mean, so far Maikelele has been doing very good work. 4-3 though. It didn't break Maikelele's way that time, but this is still so competitive.
Definitely is. And Stomp, he's pushed out so aggressive. He's going to be able to get the kill on Crasher. Not an angle you would expect. And again, the bomb gets dropped down there. Not that they really could do anything about it on izak's team. With that double AWP setup that they were saving for, it's already working out. forcetolive goes down. Maikelele in the middle. Making a bit of noise with the scope would be a problem if there was someone close middle, but there isn't quite yet. They shouldn't lose this round. With 30 seconds in a 5v3, I'm going to say they've got it.
Yeah, they should almost... This is almost a situation where Team Maikelele should be backing off to save their guns. But Michael's going to find the shot on izak, who decides to peek into short, trying to get info. Still a man advantage here for Team Izak, and they played it accurately. I mean, Stomp does fall back to quad boxes. Maikelele's got the read as well. He's gonna spot the man. He misses the shot at Truck though. And we're back into a man advantage situation, but they somehow get up onto the site. Maikelele gave them so much room to work with here. Now it's down to hitting the headshots, and Floxy, he does spot the man coming on high.
Yeah, he sees him. They don't have any grenades left on the CT side, so this is a bit interesting. They're actually going to have to go and look for them eventually. They can't just wait around all day. They've got the defuse kits, and now they're sneaking closer. LUULIGUZMAN gets one, tries again. It's now a one-on-one Foxy versus NEEX, who's still somewhere in the backup on that railing. Now he's finally made the jump over. Foxy goes down. NEEX with a clutch. He does not have a kit picked up, but I think he's going to have enough time anyway here. So, yeah, 5-3 in favor of Team Izak. A very important round for them to win. They would have been ecoing. Now it's Michael's team. They're probably going to buy anyway, but still, this is interesting.
They only keep surviving these rounds with one player alive. They have no money. It's this kind of situation where it's just you're saving and you're buying, but you're buying FAMASs so you can have nades, or you're buying like an M4 with the smoke. That's all you're going to have. So, I mean, look at this, M4 on Le, just Kevlar, same for LUULIGUZMAN. And then Stomp has to go for a UMP just so they can have a few more nades to work with here in the round. Whereas Team Maikelele with these bomb plants, a couple of losses, now they've actually got quite a bit to go on, and it's going to be a Tech 9 rush, forcetolive taking point, but Crash is going to be the one finding the opening kill.
Oh dear, Foxy to follow up and forcetolive helping out. This is not the kind of round you wanted to have here. I mean, you were just about to have them eco now. Again, save the rifles. This is not going to make any sense to try and retake.
That's a shame. I would have liked to have seen it be Le's lucky day there with the spray through the, just tap, 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 boom, headshot, right? That's a feel-good moment if you're hoping to get lucky, but stars don't align this time. And so far, this is shaping up to be a flawless round for Team Maikelele. If they can keep all 5 alive and force IzakOOO's team into an eco scenario, this is where the momentum really shifts back Maikelele's way, and they're looking at tying it up, because they're about to get it up to 4-5 right now.
NEEX looking for that exit frag, and he's going to get it on Crasher, so just a bit of a smile at the end for him. But ultimately, a great round for Maikelele. And actually, last time we saw Cash in this tournament, it was a really popular move to try and just go for the A-Rush. When Izak's team was playing on the T side, they had Stomp charging that forklift really quickly. Like, even if the whole team wasn't there, he'd just run in and try and fight someone. And he caught, I think 3 or 4 rounds he caught someone there.
It was LUULIGUZMAN as well.
Yeah.
Who really loved to go for the forklift early. They even set it up with smokes to allow that guy to get out there early and just pressure. So, I mean, right now, this is should be still Team Izak's home map. It's their pick, and it's served them very well so far in this tournament throughout the bracket play.
See here, the captain play coming in, flashed in. Now Le alone in the corner. He has to get at least 1 kill in that situation. Now, that was the 1 M4 that they had. Now they only have the AWP left saved from the last round, and they're going to have to save it again, I think.
Oh, buddy. Well, next, don't overstay your welcome. Fresh Molotov going down is going to force him back. Whoa, down to 4 HP. What was that? Was that an HE going in? I think it was. Jeez. You can't cut it much closer than that. Next, back off. Save it. And you got to give it to Maikelele. This team, actually, they refuse to hunt. They've got 4 AKs. They want to keep 4 AKs alive. Don't bother going out there and hunting down a single AWP. Just keep your guns, keep your money.
Yeah. I don't blame them for it. They seem to do very well with the rifles, so it's important for them to make sure they keep them for as long as possible. A lot of damage being put into LUULIGUZMAN with the bomb going up. LUULIGUZMAN just accepting his fate. I like that. It's a very manly approach, just saying, you know what, that's it.
There's no running. I'm not running anymore, Anders. I'm done. I'm tired.
I mean, he could have gone for the full Hollywood style and just walked out, with the bomb going off in his back.
Except that it doesn't end in the Hollywood fashion where, unscathed, or he just goes flying forward. Oh, yeah. But it's fine. No, he actually dies.
Very sad time.
Brutal. Sometimes that's just the way it goes. Now another round of eco.
Now you see the problem that's starting to emerge for Team Izak, which is that they really want this double AWP, and they keep sort of having economic issues. And as a result, they're not getting it. They've been saving this one. Nice boost over the smoke in middle. That's some very good improv coming in. Can they catch? There is a double boost on the other side. They should be able to catch someone here.
Has to be one shot. There it is. There's the flash, but they have no idea that he's boosted behind this smoke. But I don't know about the angle now, and yeah, I think they're realizing it, that they need to start backing off. Big shot, big spray from Maikelele. He could get repeaked, and they're just a little bit too slow. He jumps right down into the flames, but there was a minute there, an opportunity for a trade kill, but it didn't happen. Izak decided to just save the AWP.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Maybe there was a chance, but Izak gonna get the kill on Foxy at least. Almost a second one, LUULIGUZMAN. I'm not even sure he can do anything to save the AWP, so it's a bit of a shame they've kept it alive for some rounds while the rest of the team couldn't buy. Now they're gonna have to rebuy everything, which at least they should have money for now. I think they've been losing a couple of rounds in a row here, so see how it's gonna go for the Polish team. But suddenly the Maikelele team are coming alive. They're really playing well.
Oh, they're looking very good. This is actually a big turnaround, and I think it's as much a shock for us as it is for Izak, right? Because I think Izak are coming into this map thinking, that's it, boys. You know, we're gonna lock it down here. We're gonna get up to that 1-0 start, and then it's, you know, smooth sailing from here to collect the title. Instead, it's Maikelele who's in the lead now, 6-5, and Maikelele in the lead on the scoreboard as well. He's top fragging. Forced to live though, just keeps hitting headshots.
Yeah, very nice. Didn't fall for any tricks this time. And you're right, Maikelele has 17 kills. That's just very hard to handle. No one on Izak's team currently stepping up to that level. They are also playing on the CT side. And just to repeat ourselves again, it's usually easier to play the T side in a mixed environment. And part of the reason you could even tell here how active Maikelele can be, he can just go and take fights all over the place. When he's on CT side, it becomes more difficult. But nice flash in. And actually, Izak...
Did he just get wallbanged?
I think for the beginning, yeah, he did. And then he was worried about something. Maikelele got an assist there. So that's incredible.
That's nuts. How dead on do you have to be? Wallbang with an op, no less. All right.
That B-bomb side has no defense at all. Stomp walking into the middle. He actually hits a headshot on Foxy, but it's the M4. Now he goes for the spray through. It looks so close to connecting. Stomp pulling out all the tricks right here, but how is he going to stop the bomb from going down? They're already making their way in. There is a good flank coming in as well. He's found an angle. This is great. Stomp dropping the bomb, and now it's a 3-on-3. And here comes Le taking down Foxy, looking for a headshot on Maikelele or on Crasher. Bomb will be going down. Not in a great position, but then again, they're locked in the bomb site. Can they make this work?
Little does he know. Headshot already on Crasher as well, so there isn't a whole lot that Crasher's going to be able to do. As that smoke clears, Maikelele, it is imperative that he hits this next shot. There's the flash. Timing is perfect. He does line it up, takes down next, gets the follow-up as well. Point blank, goes for the no-scope, and that was going to be it, but it doesn't happen. Le with the 2 kills and the defuse as well to save the day here for Team Izak. And then tie it up 6-6.
I would love to see that from NEEX perspective, because I think somehow he didn't see Mike. I don't know if he was partly flashed when he came in, but he didn't see Maikelele. He was looking all the way to the right, maybe just tunnel vision or something. But still, it is a great retake from what was a really bad start to that round. So kind of impressed by Team Izak that they managed to bring it out in that one. This is now 6-6 scoreline.
I think you're right. I think he's just tunnel visioned on the man behind triple.
If that no-scope hits.
That's, yeah. But how many 1v1s, like 1vx's has Maikelele been in so far this half? Like 5, 6?
He's doing all right. And this is where you see Maikelele just, you know, really being true to his self. Just get a kill in the middle, then run for the smoke with the AWP. Why not?
Woo! Get out. It's too hot. Just sneaking his way out. This time around, however, I think that with how effective forcetolive has been over in A main, LUULIGUZMAN is like, I'm not actually going to have anything to do with this over here. Going to go over towards Squake, see if I can find any action over here. It's not the case. Stomp and Maikelele trade fragging, essentially, and the man advantage is maintained here by Maikelele. But LUULIGUZMAN, the fact that they see that door open, though, should be the tell. As soon as you see that door open, if you're Maikelele, you're like, right, okay, we know where the other guy is on the site.
Yep. And Michael closing it up before anything else happens. Great position for forcetolive. Kind of hard to check that barrel or that spool. Now it's down to Le and LUULIGUZMAN 2 versus 4. It's been done before, but because Maikelele is still alive, we gotta wonder if it's just too much to handle. He's already got the double kill. Did he just tag LUULIGUZMAN through the wall? I think he did.
The show continues, Anders. And yeah, LUULIGUZMAN, he's already abandoning his teammate. I won't have anything to do with this. Maybe he's hoping to get lucky and pick up that M4, but with that bomb ticked so far low, it seems like he hears forcetolive coming. forcetolive still gets the drop on him. And it's going to be a full house clean here. The Swedes, home turf, starting to take off here. Looking very good. Whereas, yeah, Team Izak, I mean, they're struggling to find an answer.
Yeah, I think it's because their preferred answer is that double ult that they just can't really afford. 21 kills for Maikelele in about 14 rounds, so we'll see how it unfolds. Got a couple of deagles there on Izak's team. Oh, nice shot for Maikelele. He's in with a Tech 9 as well. He really wants to fight this. 23 for him now. I'm wondering if Michael is trying to win this game or just trying to get the most kills possible, you know, just padding the stats as much as he can.
Why not? It's time to showboat. I mean, if you were here for the show match earlier, Nex is not having any of it. 2 kills, still not going to be enough for him to actually take over here. They're going to be able to make it to the A side to get that bomb planted. But why not? He had a slow start to the day. You know, the show match didn't really go his way. He wasn't able to really shine. And so, you know, you're going into the match that matters, the grand finals. This is the time to come alive, right? The show match actually served to just warm him up. Anders, that's the difference. Just like, right, you know, it's like when you're stretching, you don't overdo it when you're stretching. You know, you take your time, you're thorough, you check everything, make sure you're good and limber, and then when you get into the match that matters, you're ready to wreck heads.
He's certainly showing up right now. He's got to remember it's a best of 3, so he's got to keep that fire burning through all 3 maps if it goes that far. But right now, he's doing his part to make sure that his team is going to win this. 6-7 is the scoreline, about to be 8-6 here in favor of Team Maikelele. Oh, next. Spots one out, but he can't get the kill. He just sees the feet of Crasher up there. That'll be another round for the Swedish team. Things are definitely improving. I feel like he's still got some fairly reliable backup in forcetolive, who seems to generally just be hitting some good shots.
Yeah, between the two of them, one thing we have to remind you guys is that forcetolive and LUULIGuzman are both 15 years old. They're just super young, and they've been hitting shots all tournament long. Definitely looking promising. Here's the next generation of young Swedes, Anders, who are going to be formed in the fiery crucible of competition to continue to carry Sweden forward as one of the foremost powers in CS in the world.
I'm older than them combined? That's just so brutal. That's just so brutal, isn't it? There should be an age limit on this tournament just to make me not feel bad. It's just not fair, is it? We are in the 15th round. And there is not much of a buy coming in from Team Izak. They got whatever they could, obviously. Crasher, a bit of a half-hearted pop flash, but it at least serves to force someone out. NEEX probably heard that on the other side and thought, wait a minute, all right, let me go check mid, and walks right into the shot. Now, Stomp has got to come alive. He's got the deagle. He's got LUULIGUZMAN on the crossfire if they can set it up, but he's going to get trucked by forcetolive. And now, Guzman, he's way out of the open, going to get caught by Highway. And now, it's Le, 1 versus 4. Deagle, certainly a chance for a highlight.
Let's see it. LUULIGUZMAN's on 1 HP. That's a good start. It's a bit overkill with the Deag. But if he can hit the headshot on forcetolive, nope. Oh! Never mind. Gets the 1 Deag. The 2 Deag, no. Not quite. He's going to get shot in the back, and it's just going to fall apart for him. Foxy will eliminate him at the end. But for a moment there, it definitely looked like he was off to a fine start there with the headshot, the 1 Deag on Le.
It's definitely something. And we heard yesterday, Izak, I think when he was on the desk, he was saying, well, one of the reasons he picked Le is because they know each other in real life, and he knew that they'd be able to joke and have a good time even during the match, so they would keep sort of the spirit up. I actually think that's very reasonable. Yeah, when you're playing in this kind of environment, that makes sense to me. And then they've got all the rest who are actually very good at playing. And Le certainly has a high level. I mean, we saw that he was sort of carrying his weight as well. I think
favoritism at its finest.
Yeah,
you know, connections.
Gotta
Old boys club.
Gotta put that in there. I think 9-6 is a fair scoreline. I think I think if they can win this pistol here in Izak's team, they're in a decent position.
It's not out of control. Like they narrowly dodged that Izak. It could have been a completely different scoreline going into it, considering how many 1v1 situations we had at the beginning of the half. But 9-6, when the dust settles, that's pretty solid. You win this pistol, boom, you're tied up 9-9, and then you're cooking with gas. So when it comes to it, it's all on this round, I think, here for IzakOOO. If Maikelele's team wins the pistol, if Crasher goes ham again, if somebody, I mean, one of these strong pistol players really takes off for the Swedes, that's when you start kind of worrying, especially considering this is IzakOOO's map. Mirage will be the next map, and that's Maikelele's pick. This is a best of 3 as well, grand finals here.
Let's see. Still got plenty of time left in this round. They got the bomb over by A, and actually gotta be careful they don't boost that, but it is Stomp who's up on top there. Looking for a double boost. There's a really heavy mid presence coming out of Team Maikelele, so they would be walking into a trap that's very hard for them to break open. They don't have a Molotov to clear out Crash or anything. Obviously, it's a pistol round, so yeah, they're going to have a hard time clearing out all these positions. Smoke to try and make life difficult for Maikelele, but he still hits the shot on Stomp. How can it even be? Looking for another one. He's just crouched to the corner. He doesn't even care. Forced to live, going to pick up 1 kill. Lolzy will get a return, but then crashes there. Just 3 people holding the middle for the Swedish side. It was too much to handle. And now the bomb, Guzman can pick it up, but 1 versus 3.
This is agony. He's going to be able to pick it up. He is going to get it planted. Now they need to just take their time and slowly move together, get that buddy system in CT, yes, but also the man on short, good, get him into play. Lolzy will find the headshot, and that's 2 kills for him in this half. But what that boils down to is just 1 faulty smoke.
Yeah, I mean, that smoked definitely. It was Maikelele using it really well, but also I think just the three-man stack in middle. How do you deal with that if you're boosting 2 people in there?
Yeah.
What are they going to do with Glocks against the USP? It's just...
You're going to run into it, but like, yeah, and like not only that, he does tremendous damage to the second guy in as well. So it's like, all right, not only does okay, he gets this shot, yeah, he gets that shot there, but then it's Nex, I think, that he lights up until like Nex is at 20 HP. And that pretty much stuffs your entire pistol round right there. Maikelele winning the pistol though. 10 rounds on the board into the double digits for the CT side. The Swedes here on home turf. We're live from Stockholm. And it's 6 rounds for the Polish team. Well, we'll have to see. I mean, Stomp was leading the way for the Poles in the first half, but... Whoa, the run boost! Style points here.
Oh, and a missed smoke. That could be dangerous. Foxy, though, will get a kill. They don't have any armor because they got the bomb plant, so they're waiting for the next round. Still, they're getting some damage in. They got 1 kill on Crasher, and that's all they're going to get. Foxy with a nice lineup. And now they're getting fired up. The Swedish team, they're shouting and everything.
Crasher's pumped, man. This guy is so hyped to be here right now. He has so much to prove. Said so himself in multiple interviews. Got a little bit of background with him. He's a monster. He's just so hungry to do well here at this tournament. Hey, tournament competition is competition. You bring everything. You give everything. So it's fantastic to see the level that we're getting here from all of these players. All right, we've seen this smoke in particular thrown out from Izak many a time so far this tournament. This is a strategy that Izak's team are familiar with. They know what to do. Now, can they execute? Can they get onto this site?
Lolzy shutting down Lei, who was trying to get up on that container, but he's going to get sprayed down on top of the fire there. Next will get the kill on him. So 4 versus 3. This is a very, very good round for the T side. And Stomp, if he gets a headshot here, then it's time for Maikelele to back off. They can try and get the retake 3 versus 4 if they want, but if they can't get a kill very soon, and now it's done. I don't think there's any point in fighting this. Forced to live in Crasher. Save the rifles. You're going to need them later on.
Yeah, this is where you back off. Nex even finds a shot there. Forced to live going to hold his own, finds his way out, and he's going to get to hold on to that FAMAS. And Lolzy, that's just so tough for Lolzy because of the smokes, the way that the smokes go down, he's all on his own. He trades 1 for 1. And he even gets the incendiary down. He knows the next steps, right? When those smokes come through, you need to get either that smoke or an incendiary down immediately in front of Squeak Door to try and like at least put up a barrier, a temporary barrier for the T's to stop them from getting onto the site itself. I mean, he did everything right, but when you peek into 3 guys, that's, yeah, there's only so much you can do when the entire team is running at you and your team is smoked off on the other side.
Forced to live on camera there, who managed to live for the round. Not bad at all, but with that kind of a comeback early on, that's the 3rd round that they win from having the bomb down. Yeah. I think that makes a big difference here, and you can tell Maikelele, they just don't have that much money at the moment. If they lose this one, and they're in the middle again, but there are 2 Molotovs here on the T side, so that position by the sandbags from Forced to live, it can end in tears. Absolutely could.
All right.
11-7 is the scoreline. Stomp is moving in there. They haven't put up any Molotovs. He's the one who has it as well, at least one of them. So he could try and fire out that corner. Yeah, there it goes. Forced to live. You're in a lot of trouble now. Right into Izak's waiting arms. Good basic team play coming out here from the Polish side.
Oh, and he misses the timing, Maikelele. So close. Izak just barely able to get out of there. Scoot home to safety. He's going to get to set up that same strategy. Is he getting back in position for that smoke? He is kind of around it, but instead it does look like it's going to be the straight smoke execute coming out here. Once again, onto that A site. Who's in position here? Is it Lolzy? It looks like, yeah, it's Lolzy on the A site. quad boxes. They have a single Molotov, so we'll see where Le elects to use it. He's coming in from... No, he's not coming in from Squeak. He's coming in from Boost, so... Yeah, useless Molotov. Lulzy should be able to stay alive for quite a long time here unless he overpeaks.
Waiting for backup, and the backup is already here. Actually, a really quick rotation going through. Flashes are in, and Lulzy gets a kill, but Stomp and Gooseman, and then double with the Gooseman there, taking a third one at the end. The Crasher going down. LUULIGUZMAN again showing his worth here in the grand finals. This is the comeback that they needed, and also sort of going back to what they did earlier in the tournament on the T side. They've just been very good at playing this map, and I definitely kind of appreciate that. 11-8 here. What's the score? LUULIGUZMAN at 13, I think, and Stomp at 15, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, 14 for NEEX as well. This is fun. I mean, this has been kind of the trademark of Izak's team so far throughout this tournament, is that they've always been very even when it comes to the scoreline. It's been kind of rare that some player really takes off the way that we've seen with Team Maikelele, for example, where it's been like really like the one-man show and then everybody else is the supporting cast. Izak's team is well thought out, balances itself properly.
Stomp just not getting anything out of that MAC-10. Couldn't help but laugh. That was a lot of wasted bullets, both in the first and second engagement. That will happen every once in a while. They did have armor, so buying the MAC-10 itself is a good idea, but you got to follow up and actually hit people otherwise.
Yeah, otherwise it's not... I mean, it's a cheap investment, right? But still.
It is. Le with the final kill. And now they're getting dangerously close. Maikelele now running into the same problem that they were inflicting on the Polish team, which is that they never have any money. They just gotta all the time save, gotta, you know, think about whether or not they want to go for those big AWPs or even better, you know, auto sniper or something, or just the M4s like they have been doing here. But look at the grenades, no defuse kits.
This is the exact situation that IzakOOO was in earlier on. NEEX backing off. Forced to live. He's been smoked up, but he's in an aggro position mid, and he does have support as well from two teammates. He's not on his own. Foxy and Maikelele, they have his back, but Stomp has now got the angle on connector, so this is a dangerous situation. Maikelele is somewhat limited. Maybe Foxy, or they changed his positions. Maikelele is playing Sugar Cube.
No one should peek this right now, because Forced to Live can hear that scope going off and on. So if anyone peeks middle here without a flashbang, that would definitely be a mistake. That's one of the sort of advantages to the position that Forced to Live is in, is he can hear that scope going on.
Are they just going to give up mid? It looks like it. And Forced to Live is going to drop the bomb carrier. Stomp from on high will pick him off. LUULIGUZMAN's there to take down Maikelele as well. That's short open. And now they lack information, Maikelele. What is the call? They're already rotating over towards the A site, but it could very well wrap B with no mid control. They don't know exactly. Checkers is open for the B site, and they can just kind of roll onto this bomb site now, Izak.
They have to give up this round for a couple of reasons. They're a man down. That's the one thing, but it's the grenades that's left on Team Izak that just... They have a smoke, they have a Molotov, there's almost no way you're going to make it in. And I think they realize as much. They're just going to walk off with the M4s. That's a chance here. Well, it will be 10-11 for... still in favor of Maikelele, but they're running into a lot of trouble. That mid fight was finished in, what, 2 seconds? And that pretty much decided the round.
Yeah, Force tried to do the best that he could there, but he was in a bit of a losing situation. You're kind of hung out to dry when you have so many angles to worry about and your teammates are limited in how much support they can give you. Still making the best out of it, still trading 1-for-1, but... Well, now, I mean, we're starting to see Izak hit their groove. It was Maikelele who ended up having a pretty solid scoreline going into the second half. Now it's Izak who've now made it up. You know, they've got 3, now 4 rounds picked up here.
And I think that last round showcases so well why it's happening. It's exactly what you were pointing out. You lose that mid fight, and suddenly the other 3 members who are left, they don't know where to go. They don't have the routine or the communication, or maybe a combination of both to really be in the right position. And suddenly there's a huge gap where sort of B is wide open and there's no information that it's happening. This is why playing CT side is so hard. I think most people actually, even in matchmaking, will have had a similar experience, that they just find playing T side easier because you just get to decide where the fight goes and how many people are there, you know? So much harder on the CT side. That's what they're experiencing. But I like the fact that they're taking matters into their own hands. This would always be my solution. Try and go aggressive here. They're going to flash, Forced to Live in with the FAMAS. He gets the one, he gets the double. Beautiful play coming out of Team Maikelele. That's what we'd like to see.
There you go, and just like that, now it's up to Izak. They are going to be able to hit the proper bomb site here, and an easy kill should be picked up, but Foxy still manages to trade. He goes down to the Molotov afterwards, but the damage is done. Crasher rolls in and takes down NEEX, and it's all on Izak, the in-game leader here for Team Izak. Named after himself, obviously, in a 1v4. Well, there's the turnaround, and the aggro strategy. Take the fight to them. Pretty sure they're just like, all right, enough of this kiddie stuff, enough of the defensive play where we're just going to try and hide and hold angles. It's time to take the fight to them, boys. Let's go. And it works out marvelously.
Yeah, very, very well done. And it solves the problem so neatly. Now you're not waiting for their smokes or their executes, and you're not waiting until you're a man down. You're just taking some control of the round. They should do it. And Cash is such a good map for it. You could do the boost, yeah, sure, but you can do the same thing outside of B, flash your way in, have 3 people run out, which they've done themselves before, or they could go for squeak or main. It doesn't really matter, but just don't wait around forever and for something to happen, unless you've got the equipment for it. If you've got all the grenades and the double up, then maybe it's worth it. And they have got a lot of grenades this round.
Well, A-Rush now, time to change up the pace, it looks like. Straight out to Forklift, taking point here for his team. Lulzy's alive on the site. Naturally, Maikelele's at truck, and they have a man on high here, Team Maikelele. So quite a defense set up, but next we'll find the pick on forcetolive. He's already gone, and they're just cleaning house right now. Lulzy only getting the 1 kill. That's not enough. Maikelele is going to find the kill on Leb, but he needs another one instantly here.
The bomb is going to be planted, and it doesn't look like it's the best plan in the world. That can maybe still be diffused at an angle. We're going to have to see when it gets closer. It's dangerous if you plant too close to the box, because then it can still be diffused without someone from main can actually do anything about it. But now Maikelele is down and out. Foxy 1 versus 2, and NEEX will drop him. So another round. Oh, I thought he was going to be left hanging there.
They kept 4 players alive in the round that they won, Maikelele. So they do have money to buy, I think. They might, because they would have only re-upped on nades. So they might have something, yeah. But it's not pretty. Again, man, it's not pretty. Again, they go into this situation where they hardly have anything to speak of. Only Lulzy, really, with the full buy. The rest of them, single smoke grenades, 2 UMPs on Force11 Foxy. This isn't pretty right now. IzakOOO's team are looking primed to take control of this map. This is their map pick.
I think we're going to see another flash into main. Lulzy's got 2 of them, so Maikelele is set up for it. Well, they're just going to continue the smoke here. I kind of wish they would go for the flash through, take some charge of the situation. Over at the B bomb site, we have Foxy and Crasher who are holding on the CT side, and you can tell there's pretty big presence outside from Team Izak. This can end very badly for the CT side.
Well, that smoke timing is going to be important. If only 1 player makes it through, that'd be big, but too many bullets, too many targets. Crasher running out of bullets himself. Gets forced off, but Maikelele is able to rotate it in time. He takes down LUULIGUZMAN in mid, actually. That opens up another side here to the flank. Maikelele can now get in here to get a crossfire, but Stomp through the smoke, hits the timing impeccably. Takes him down.
How is that even possible? That's actually crazy. I'm wondering, did someone had like a radar blip on Maikelele or something?
Were they close enough to hear the vents and he just timed them?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I wish we could see that again from Stomp's point of view. It's Lulzy and Crasher who are left, and they're already out of the bomb side here, so it definitely will be a tied scoreline at 12-12. But look at Stomp and NEEX and LUULIGUZMAN. They're all doing the work. Even Let's say, I mean, this whole team is pretty much just all tied together. On the other team, you can tell there's a clear difference, which is Maikelele just ahead of everybody else. But the rest of his team are doing just fine. They're not. I wouldn't say they're sort of letting Maikelele down at this point.
No, it's just so close. It's coming down to the finest of margins, and there you go, Stomp. That was his round. One of the kills to open up the B site, but then to stop Maikelele from quickly rotating into checkered, establishing a crossfire that would have stopped his team from actually making its way onto the B site. IzakOOO's team, that is. That was the hero play so far of, well, almost the half at this point, because that, you can see, puts Team Maikelele on pistols. They have 2 rifles that they saved in the last round, but the rest of the team have to hard eco. This isn't pretty, Anders. It's an actual bomb. Like, they just have to stack at this point. Interesting. I'm glad to see it from Maikelele, because IzakOOO, they have been favoring A site pretty heavily, so why not stack over here with the rifles?
Well, one of them is in B, right? They've got Crasher. They're just hoping that if anything happens, he can take like 3 kills with the M4. But you're right. The rest are all at A. Not a bad choice, but some of these positions are going to get Molotov'd out. Like certainly where Foxy's holding. Maikelele is close with the USP. Yeah, I think it's going to be hard even still, just because of the amount of grenades on Izak's team. and they're actually going back.
Oh boy. Oh, yeah, it seems like they figured something out here. They sent the Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
Perhaps where it's just, something is off. LUULIGUZMAN even backing off of Squeak Door. They're heading all over here towards the B site. And this is where Team Maikelele have to start wondering. I mean, the Crasher's over here. He's already knowing that these nades are going down. Rotation has now begun here from Team Maikelele. They aren't going to waste any time at all. But you have Stomp holding mid, so they don't even have that point of access. He might get caught under the vents.
Crasher's done a good job so far. He's got the 1 kill, but it's very hard for him to do more than that. Now with the Molotov up, he has to fall back. They still have 1 left on izak, so they can space them out a bit. LUULIGUZMAN hitting a headshot on Maikelele, and they've got to remember to save these 2 rifles here for Team Maikelele. I mean, they can try for some kills really early on, but if they don't, it's better to leave it alone.
Yeah, exactly.
NEEX, oh, not hitting that shot somehow. Looked like it was dead on. That's Crasher's M4 down. 4 versus 3. Now, actually, loulzy and forcetolive coming back into it a bit, and with a kill from loulzy there, next missing the shot. Now it's a Tech9, and he gets a headshot with the USB and runs in for the defuse, and I think he may have just enough time. It's going to be very, very close here, but loulzy with a triple, and even without the kid, is it going to take over? Oh, it's so close, he gets it! That's a huge clutch coming in here, 15 years old. The pressure is on.
What? You don't cut it any closer than that.
It's one of those things where you gotta wonder, what if he gets caught on a box heading there, you know, if he misses the jump going up or anything that messes up in that one, and he's a nanosecond away from getting the defuse instead of actually getting it. That's a huge... He may have just saved this map for Team Maikelele.
I would say so, because that was a hard eco. Now, things are looking up here for Team Maikelele. Big buy. And Team izak, when they go into these sorts of situations, this is their favorite strat. Rush A, all out. loulzy now, you have to go up with something big. And again, identical situation to how he died the last time IzakOOO actually executed this strategy. He gets caught out in the open by 3 players. This is just one of those strats that izak, they're going to keep running until Maikelele figure out a way to deal with it. And they just don't have the answer at all. A flawless round for Team izak.
Wow, it's it's the ultimate come down, isn't it, Semler? You get the big clutch, you know, oh, you're almost going to eco, and then you just get completely trucked in the next round. And the problem is, that round, they would, you know, it's just loulzy that lived. So that they had to use all their money to buy in the following round, and now they're losing. So I don't know what they're going to do here. It's going to get real rough. 2 deagles, ooh, a little bit extra.
All right, this is not a half buy. This is a force. This is definitely a force.
Yeah, you're right. Only loulzy holding back.
Interesting. I mean, why? Not, you got no option, really. Nice. I like the thought from loulzy, but I also like that next, when you see that deep smoke, when that smoke goes out that far, it's almost like habit now. You just spray through it.
Yes.
When it's that deep in, it gives way too much room for the CT side to actually work and maneuver around it to go for that very play right there. So that's just experience coming in from next saying, you know what? I'm going to be ready in case somebody tries to boost behind that smoke.
I definitely agree. I like the fact that Le is actually he was still holding B for a while. Now, the sad thing is he walks away just as the push comes, but forcetolive is the only one on the A-bomb side, and although he's been playing very well, and he's got an excellent hairstyle, I'm not sure it's enough to hold the bomb site. Indeed, he's going to go down the stomp. Crasher. Good headshot there. Running over the deagle, not going to last for long, I reckon.
Nice pre-fire there. I believe that was Le with the last kill. So, I mean, you just go for the force buy there. You're risking everything. Now, izak's up on 14 rounds, I believe. And so this is where maybe loulzy's money, his bank that he saved, it all goes into some crazy thing like a hero op or something along those lines. Or just a full buy with rifle, okay. But then you put 4 on B, him alone on A. I don't know. So there's got to be some kind of a risk here taken for Maikelele to catch izakOOO off guard.
I believe in this round. 4 deals and armor and flashbangs. And this has been an all-out crazy tournament up until this point, so I don't see any reason why this is not going to work out. You know, you just got to... When you're this close, Maikelele, he's been sleeping a couple of rounds. He's been taken out by Stomp a couple of rounds. I think it's his turn to step up here with the deagle and do the work. He's trying once in the middle, but... quick flick not quite connecting. Is he going to be able to do it behind the flashbang? He's going to be very careful. Now there are a lot of people looking his way. He's trying one more time, but 3 are getting closer. So the longer he stays here, the more dangerous it's going to get. forcetolive in the corner, executes izak. The captain is down, but so is Crasher.
Sick work. They don't even bother dealing with him either. They're making their way into checkered immediately. Foxy, right on the edge, is going to get caught by Liz. The smoke clears. But that bomb, he has no idea, forcetolive, that that bomb is walking right past him through garage onto that B site. That's the key kill right there, taking down Maikelele. It's on Lulzy. It's on forcetolive, the two youngsters. And well, it's not easy. You got you're on the other site with that rifle. Do you save the rifle, Anders, or do you go for it? Hail Mary. I mean, a 2-on-4 retake is no laughing matter.
I feel like if you were closer and you had more to work with, maybe, but they were a little bit distance away there. Might not have been worth it. That's going to be map point for Team Izak here. 15-13 will be the scoreline. Team Maikelele, it feels like the last 7 rounds or so, they've just been struggling to buy anything at all. Just all the time halfway there. Definitely rough.
In the meantime, Izak's going. I mean, Izak, like, it doesn't matter which map they're on. They just go double op. T side, CT side, they want the double op at all times. And while both of these players deserving of it, we've seen some crazy stuff from Stomp. That is so sick that Force actually finds that kill. Maikelele is going to be happy about that. Hand that op over to him, let him go to work. But barring that bump in the road right there, Stomp has had a fantastic tournament himself. Impressive opera, to say the least.
Yeah, but the fact is, that bump in the road could wreck the whole vehicle right now, because if Maikelele goes ham with the AWP, you could be headed right into overtime. Look at what they have. UMP from us, they saved the M4 and they stole the AWP, so suddenly it's not the worst buy in the world. This can be worked with. Trying to get the wallbang in. Stomp thinking about, I think, wallbang Sugar Cube there for a second, but doesn't really feel like it. Oh. NEEX. Saw that.
Bits too scary. Incendiary, though. I like it. Next, you got to peek if you're going to throw that incendiary out.
I think he's got Guzman there for it, but nothing is going to come from it. And it was only the 5-7 that was playing there on Crasher. Everything riding on this round for both teams. I think Team Izak just want to close this one out. It's been too close already for them.
They're desperate right now to find a kill from Squeak, but that bomb is still in position to rotate B. And that's when, okay, NEEX is going to start backing off. He's going to start heading over there as well. And you've had Le camping Toxic for ages now. Is it going to be a presence mid, or are they just going to try and hit that B site? They wrap through vents. Now they have all the options. If they've cleared out B, they can go through towards vent. They can go up short towards A.
Very structured play coming out at the moment. They are leaving LUULIGUZMAN over by the Squeak door. Now, Molotov going to come in from Izak. Maybe that could force even more of a rotation towards the A-bomb side. Yeah, look at this Maikelele. He's reading it that way. He's hearing the sound in Squeak. He sees the Molotov. He thinks this is it. Oh, but they're running back, and Maikelele turning around for the kill. Not going to get the flick, but he's still here on the bomb side. Stomp will take him down, and a Foxy in the corner. He just can't get out of it. Not alive anyway. Izak will take him down, and NEEX pushing through. We've seen him do this many times. He's even going more aggressive. Takes down Lulzy, and now it's a 1-on-4. Forced to live. Even with the AWP, I am not sure if he is going to be able to do this. Bomb is down and ticking, and it looks like Team Izak on the second half, they found what they needed to make it work here. Forced to live, you might as well just run for it. Here's your chance to make history and just 1v4 with the Deagle, but he's going to go down to Izak. 16-13 in favor of the Polish team on the first map of the Grand Finals here. There's more to come, but yeah, what a tough game that was for them, even if they won it.
Man, what a recovery. That's 10 rounds picked up for Team Izak in that second half. Because at the end of the first half, it was 9-6, favoring Maikelele. Maikelele's team wins the pistol, and you're thinking, this is it. We'll have an upset win here on Isaac's map, and then we're going to home turf for Maikelele on Mirage. Yeah. But instead, we're treated to a comeback.
And ultimately, Maikelele ends up at 28 kills. That's still very impressive, obviously, but it's NEEX and Stomp who are at 23 and 21 and 20 for Le, 19 for LUULIGUZMAN. That whole team is just working really well.
Yeah, even Izak, it's not like he's lagging behind single digits either. He's in double. He's at 16. It's a very balanced, even team that we're seeing here from Izak.
So he must have done some homework when he chose this team. Honestly, at this point, I would not be surprised if some of these players are going to start showing up in sort of tier 3 and 4 teams in Poland and then make their way even further. If they get the right coaching, if someone wants to spend the time on it, that can definitely happen. They've got some basic promise. Now, we do have with us on the desk Parla, Sponge, and Pansy. So please, Even though I hope you've recovered, Carla. Is it getting better? Was watching Izak play that did get you in a better frame of mind?
It did. I'm more than recovered now, and that was a very enjoyable first map. I'm surprised that comeback was made slightly. I mean, it does seem that this tournament is T-sided.
Yeah, we said this from the very offset, but you've got to give credit where it's due. Stomp and NEEX doesn't even matter. Like, those two, I don't care what side they were on, they were incredible.
Yeah.
No, I don't have anything to say right now.
Well, you made the breath
split
like
screen.
Sorry,
I was just breathing. It's hard for me to breathe through my nose at the moment.
Okay.
I'm still sick. I'm still really sick.
It's tough for the
Why did we bring Chad on the desk if he's not going to say anything?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I can say something.
Say something then. Something about the game. Some sort of takeaway.
Specifically about the game.
Yeah, something.
Okay, so you said it's T-sided, right? The reason we're seeing that is like you saw Maikelele on his T side be able to carry because he can find the entries and find the kills. On the CT side, they can just avoid him. Once they have a bomb site, they can set up in the post plant, and he can't do anything about it because it's very difficult to retake with an AWP.
For sure.
And that's why they pay me the big bucks.
Boom! And then, guys, like final thoughts before we go away for a bit about this next map, which is going to be Mirage, and that is the pick of Michael. For anyone watching, if you weren't aware, that first map was the pick of Izak's team. So maybe 16-13 is not that bad for Team Sweden.
No, it's great.
Yeah, I think it's respectable. I think Michael's going to have even more of an impact on this map, so I think it's going to be rough for the Polish team.
All right, well, thank you very much, guys, and we will be back with Anders and Semler shortly. For now, we can delve into the map a bit more and talk about what went wrong, what went right on Mirage.
See, this is why I didn't want to sail on the split screen. I didn't want to shoot my load too early. I wanted to like leave it for here.
We are very honoured to have that.
Thanks, Sponge.
So remember the match we had before, where we lost?
Yes.
That's why we have this stuff here, just to continuously remind you. I think for the next segment, we'll bring the K count and it can just sit there
that'd
taunting
be nice. Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind, guys. I don't mind.
You don't understand.
I understand
Jason
that
has
in victory you're very
nightmares.
happy, in defeat you lose your mind. This is a pattern for you, Chad, and I will let you enjoy this because I'm your friend.
Wow.
And I
That's not a plan anymore.
I'm like happy for you to be enthralled and enjoy your victory. I don't want you to be down. I want you to be happy. And so when that pike hits me in my face, I'll look at you, Chad, and I'll smile. I'll smile.
Right. Well, let's get into the game, eh? So yeah, the score being what it was, both teams won one of the pistols out there, so it got split 50-50. The one thing that defined it a hell of a lot for me was Stomp and NEEX. The double AWPing that came through from those two was actually really impressive.
And Stomp was not just doing like ordinary AWPing, like he
No,
was
he was
pulled off that
flashy.
shot where Maikelele dropped out of the vent and the smoke was just fading. I don't even know how he would have seen him because we didn't see it from his perspective. But it's just, he was pulling off great plays. And the thing was, like we discussed in the pre-show, Maikelele can do whatever he wants on the T side. He can, you know, carry his team as hard as he possibly can.
Yep.
He has his members chiming in whenever they can. But with this Polish side, they were playing fundamentally as a team, right? Everybody was doing quite evenly at one point, and they were winning rounds by playing smart. It wasn't one person just getting all the kills. So that's why I think, you know, like we said, they're a better solid unit.
You look at it this way, the first gun round that came in on the first half, right, it was Team Poland who won it, Team Izak as such, right? They had a real collective effort. Second round comes in, a bit of a buy-up again from Michael. He had enough to get something going there, got himself a gun, and he pulls off the 4K and then gets around. It's stuff like that. He has said can define it on the T side, you just weren't able to see it on the CT side there.
Would you say then that it does seem like Team Poland are kind of still the more structured team in comparison to Michael's, which might necessarily have, I don't know, more individual performances that carry them through games?
Yeah, definitely. And it's the CT side, like you touched on, well, the T side being favored, the CT side being the issue. We're going to see that once again on Mirage, right? If you just avoid wherever Michael's playing, it's very difficult for him to retake B with an AWP. If they like throw the stuff in middle and hold him in the window area where he was mainly playing, he can't do a lot. He can't rotate through anywhere. Or if you eventually in the match he played yesterday, he was forced to play in city spawn a lot with the AWP, and he was starting to get kills there, but that's because they were continuously going A. It becomes a gamble on where to play your star player. You need your other teammates to kind of step up and be able to contribute and give you a situation like a 2v2 where it's a bit more even.
Yeah, no, as highlighted, he didn't have, I don't think he had as much of a challenge playing on Mirage before from direct AWPing. Adren did well, but it never felt like the 1v1. They were never searching for each other. Stomp, I think, can handle Maikelele to a degree. Right? I'm not going to say if you put him in a 1v1 straight out, Stomp would win it. No, I'm saying though that Stomp can compete and make him very uncomfortable. And I think we've already seen this guy's not afraid to take those fights. So again, I'm looking to see what Team Sweden actually do now to try and find a way back in. Their T-side on this map previously was good. proficient B hits. You saw they had set pieces built for that. There's other maps
That's
we
what I
saw
was going
something
to
on.
mention, actually. They do look like a team that has structure on this map, whereas maybe they didn't have so much on Cash.
Yeah, and hopefully we see more depth, though. We need good mid-takes. They've got a default A hit. Everyone does. It's not hard to get that, but there's got to be more there. Because Isaac's team, we saw CT aggression from them in really good places. The double push towards ramp, pushes up mid, pushes through underpass. They had it all. So again, really good game has to come out of Sweden here to turn the tide.
Now, there have been a lot of rumours and sort of murmurs about what the players have at stake here. What can they win from the RG Join the Republic Community Challenge? We have a video right now showing you exactly what is on the line.
Can you feel it? It's the calamity of your fears. Like thunder, it rolls in. The echo of past defeats. The voices in your head tell you to give up. But you aren't going to, are you? Listen instead to that lone voice of defiance. The one that got you this far. The grand arena is waiting for you. You can hear the crowd roaring, relentlessly waiting for a glimpse of your unparalleled precision. And when you have done everything to prepare yourself, then it's time to step into the light and boldly face your true enemy. The enemy within. You are ready. Ready to win.
Fantastic first breath, they line up. Epic spraying them down. He decimates Tempo Storm. Second fight, and they line up again. Cold. 3, nearly 4. He gets it in the end.
There has to be quick on phase. They have no kids, but Boris in a lovely position.
Boris, that was sick. Failed to the challenge. One quick kill and the nade. All of phases. The defense from NIP. There it is.
This is a great read here. I mean, Luminos, they don't even know this is happening yet. FX is over, they line. All right. He's just down. Oh, what action. It's an ace to finish the half.
Sticking together the 5-man unit, making their way to the sides. Disco Doppler waiting. And here we go. Drake got an opportunity. Can't find the trust. He goes down. Actually doesn't get anything. But Disco Doppler lights it up. He hits 4 kills. There's just going to be a bit remaining.
Patience and Snacks that has to do so 1 versus 2. And Guardian still on that AWP. Snacks with the same weaponry. But he finds the shot. Not a Guardian. And oh my God, Snacks, have you ever just stolen it from Na'Vi?
A glimmer of hope can't be now in a 1 versus 4. Oh my goodness. Are you going to pull off the Ranger? Gary gets the clutch. Are you serious?
Conquer yourself. Win again.
That trailer never fails to get me pumped, and the community reaction so far has been absolutely immense. And that is exactly what is on the line. The team that wins will get a trip to Vegas and tickets to DreamHack Las Vegas, which is happening February next month. You saw the date on screen. Yeah, it's just an exhale moment,
That
isn't
trailer
it?
always freaks me. That DreamHack Masters trailer is so good. The first time I heard it, I was like going, oh my God, I want to go. I want to go. And, you know, these guys are going to get a brilliant opportunity to go, okay, I've got to play with the pros, you know, play against the pros, and now I get to watch
Exactly,
the very
at the very
best.
best level. Sponge, do you like what you saw?
It was great trailer. I've seen it before plenty of times. Good
Yeah,
watch.
we all
But the old Las Vegas is a pretty place to go. You know, there's a lot to do in that city. I don't know about the 15-year-olds over there on the Swede side. They might be
cool
limited.
Stuff like theme
there's
parks
roller
sort of stuff.
coasters, heaps of theme places. It's sick.
Yeah.
MGM Grand right in the heart. I lived in.
You
hold up,
lived
the
there?
American. Don't tell America I lived there. I stayed there for a long time.
He stayed there in parts. Sometimes. There we go.
I wanna
So
get
yeah, if you don't
Deadpool
know
going for
what
that
Chad's
event.
referring to, he was on the primary, like the front-running Australian CS team for a while, Renegades. We're now still going, but the structure's a bit differently. And they lived in a casino.
Didn't live.
Stayed.
We
And,
stayed as guests,
Yes.
not working in a casino.
Yeah.
In a casino hotel. It's a pretty interesting way for an esports brotherhood to
What
exist.
an interesting environment. What seems healthy for these guys to really practice? Casinos in Vegas.
Temptation all around.
If you can get through that,
Yeah.
Lord's yours.
Yeah, no, there's good stuff like roller coasters.
Nice. Good to know. Chad. Thank you very much for that. But let's round this out, and just again, these guys now know exactly what is on the line, and I'm sure it makes them even more ready to go. And we'll be back with the second map, Maikelele's pick, which is, of course, Mirage. Do not go anywhere.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is the second map coming up here, the ROG Community Challenge during the Republic. We've got Team Izak versus Team Maikelele. 2 captains and then 8 players, and now they're heading into the second map. It was the Polish Team Izak you see here. They won the first map, and now let's see how this unfolds. I'm super excited because that was so close. 16-13 could have gone either way. And I mean, we're seeing some of these new players, some of them very young, actually stepping up and doing crazy stuff.
They ran it back. They ran it all the way back. Showed excellent reserve there to come back into that match when it looked like Maikelele's team was just going to take off with it, that there wasn't going to be any competition in the end. No. Izak, they kept their cool, they got the job done, and now we're going into Mirage where Izak is up 1-0. But this is Maikelele's map pick. The first map was Izak's map pick, now this is Maikelele's turf. And so we have to see, are the Swedes going to be able to bring it back, or is this going to be Izak, the Polish commentator and streamer, who's going to pick up the win here?
All right, now Maikelele sniping over the USP in middle and not hitting a single thing. He goes down to Izak. Captain on captain action again. NEEX waiting for Foxy. He saw that coming. Gonna swap up for the USP and call in the cavalry because they're gonna head to that B bomb side. NEEX taking down Crasher as well. That is the critical kill. That opens up the bomb side. He's gonna get dropped by Lozzy though. One of the 15-year-olds showing up and showing what he can do. That was always going to be a hard shot to hit, but he actually made it possible for his team to win this round. It's a 2-on-3. They don't currently have a kit picked up, but the bomb is not yet going down. They're waiting for it for a long time. Oh.
They're holding close. He's got izak's P250 though, so let him channel that energy. Each Swedish player's already got a kill in this, and now, well, there's a little bit of information, but it's a pretty common spot to be holding from Van. Les holding up close. He'll be the first point of contact here as they come charging out into the blender, into the crossfire. Le with both kills, and the pistol start. Now, whether they won the knife round or not, I wouldn't be surprised to think that izak, they chose to start T-side on Mirage.
Yeah, I would certainly have. Given the history of this tournament here, it makes sense to try and go for it. I got the UMPs, got the 2 AKs here, so I like the fact that they're taking a respectful approach right now against Team Maikelele. They don't want to be giving away the round too easily. Gotta be frustrating for Maikelele. When you get that kind of a chance in the middle to fight against the Glock, you feel like you should have it, right? At least one of those kills, but rough start to the second map here for the Swedish side.
What are the shots now? All right, waiting to see, because it's just an eco round coming in here for Maikelele. They forced up with the pistols, but it's still pistols, basically, that both of these teams will be worried about. And what for IzakOOO, I mean, izak's team's actually been one of the better teams at dealing with these anti-eco situations. That's also been a bit of a plague, a bit of a pest that we've seen so far in the playoffs. Teams struggling to handle these pistol situations where, you know, you win the pistol round, you're going up against a force buy, and you lose against the force buy. Saw that happen so many times in the first 2 days of play. But now, getting into the grand finals here, we're really starting to see the polished teams. And they know how to handle this. Izak finds a kill on Crasher. And it's 3 players remaining here for Maikelele.
I think you can tell Maikelele is trying to move around with the Deagle and find a good position, but he's going to be too late to forced to live here, and that game is done. He actually gets a kill on LUULIGUZMAN, and that's about as good as it could be. Izak coming in with the slightly weird view model there. Makes it look like he's tilting the MAC-10 or the MP7 there. foxy alone with a 5-7 and some armor to go. That's pretty much it. So, I mean, they lost one of the UMPs. That's manageable. I think they can be happy with this round.
Foxy. Where are the shots? He's just gonna stay and, wow, save the 5-7. All right, straightforward stuff so far, guys. I mean, this is kind of how it builds up in a map like this. You lose the pistol round, and we're not really seeing the crazy kind of plays coming up from Maikelele. Instead, they're electing to kind of hold and save their stuff for the next round, which is to be expected. Izak also, that's what I'm talking about. When you don't want to get caught off guard by the pistols, when you don't want to walk into a crossfire, walk into a stack, you have to be slow and measured about taking over the map one quadrant at a time, one section at a time, and moving together as a group. That's slower play, and so we'll be off to a little bit of a slower start here, because now it's another round of pistols for Team Maikelele.
Yeah, not much else they really can do.
Straight A execute coming in here from Izak. I like this. Rinse and repeat.
And not so much of a stack going on from Maikelele, though. They're just spreading all over the map, which I'm not a big fan of. I would have gone for a rush up middle here. Just try and do something. But either way, it's going to be Stomp in first with a UMP. Quick kill on one and a follow-up as well. Whew. That's all they needed.
Thought he was going to take out his teammate there for a second. That was close.
Whatever it takes, Sumler. Whatever it takes.
Some sacrifices need to be made sometimes, Anders. You're right. Next finds Maikelele. Obliterates him. That was a brutal kill. And well, Le caught in a crossfire. Little does he know, he's just going to take the fight straight up with Foxy and lose it, because Foxy actually had the Kevlar. Doesn't take any damage. With that 5-7, though, Foxy is just racking up kills. Takes down izakOOO in the meantime. And this is almost a situation where I want to see him just back off and save the AK. This is fantastic. This is a great find. He gets another kill. Takes down NEEX. Yeah. Now it's Stomp and LUULIGUZMAN, the last two alive. He wants to make this even more expensive. If he can take down LUULIGUZMAN, if he can get the kill here and deny that AK, that would be a massive kill.
Man, Foxy's putting on a really impressive show here, but he shouldn't overextend right now. Just, yeah, make them block with the bomb. There's no reason to fight any further. This is a beautiful round coming out of Foxy. He's done so much. And that's going to be 4 kills if we count the bomb here for Foxy, and an AK stolen. Very, very well done.
Hats off to Foxy. Guy's wearing a hat, too. Lots of hats, actually, here in the studio today. But that guy, that was a sick round. We got the replay here from Stomp. But you got to give it to Foxy. I mean, he didn't win the round, but it was just like that spiritual victory. I don't know. He just did so much damage to the economy for Izak and saved the AK for this round. So we'll see if he continues to hit those shots. That one-shot headshot potential here. We'll see if he can unlock it.
Oh, NEEX trying to hit the shot on Foxy, but Not really going to be able to do it. Now the smokes are up, so they want to try and challenge it. And Molotov not going to help him out in any way. Well, actually, foxeyyy says, all right, I'll give you something for your effort.
Nerves, though. You see that? Both smokes used on the B site. That definitely, when you manage to spot that on the T side, you see both smokes. A, that tells you that your opponents, they're not communicating or they're not communicating clearly. They might be nervous. And B, they're down a smoke on the B site. You can go later on the B site. They're not going to have anything to stop you with.
I think Maikelele showed up in CT spawn just a couple of seconds late, and he misses the shot on LUULIGUZMAN. They don't know there's a guy in shadow, and that could be the big play coming in here for the CT side. They can't lose this round, Team Maikelele. I think they need the mental boost of just winning early on here on their own map pick, but the bomb is still over by B, and there are not going to be any more smokes, as you were pointing out. They just have Crasher, who's boosted up, and the problem is there's a guy coming in from Catwalk as well, so Crasher's going to be in a really awkward position. He's been found out, and he goes down. If Izak hadn't been coming in from that angle, that would have been a great position, but now, not so much.
Very well played. foxeyyy can't achieve a thing. Next is there to take him down, and that's Maikelele and forcetolive backing off the save. Only problem is, that's right, guess who's hunting? Stomp is here with the AWP. LUULIGUZMAN's going to deny Maikelele, and now forcetolive is kind of wishing that he had picked up Stomp's op. Not going to get a second chance, though, because Lily is too close. Or will he? Can he sneak his way out here and pick up the op? That would be a big save if he could. Definitely want to hand that over to Maikelele in the next round.
And the other problem is he's boxed in right now, and Team Izak, they are full of confidence. They want to try and see if they can take this fight, and they will be able to. So they take out every single one. A team ace as well. They are playing this very well, even after the first initial successful engagements, which is, I think, where I would expect most mixed teams to really make the biggest mistakes is when the beginning is good. Then they say, all right, well, cool, you know, we're 5 vs 3, let's just go, and then everything sort of falls apart. Especially you're playing against a guy like Maikelele. If you just run after you get the 5v3, he can. There's no reason why he can't take out 4 members in a row. You know, if you give it up to him, he definitely will. But they're not giving him the chance, really. That, though, is nice job. forcetolive with his back turned.
That's pretty solid. That's pretty sick shot. There we go. Next, Crasher is gone. There's the opening kill. Trade 1-for-1, however. forcetolive with that AK, managing to do some damage. foxeyyy holding close with the dig, not going to find the one-shot headshot. Instead, he gets overrun, and it's going to be Lalzy with the long lurk into Palace. Looking for it. He's going to get it. Stomp is gone, but LUULIGUZMAN to the rescue. Comes in, sirens blazing, shrapnel already in
But
there.
this isn't done yet. Look at this. forcetolive can find him on the rotation with the bomb. So if he gets the kill, then all they need is Maikelele to show up. This is a very, very winnable round. forcetolive, it's in his hands, and he's going to get the spray right through the scaffolding. That will be now a 2-on-2, 55 seconds, and Le going to cancel that smoke, comes charging through. Is he actually going to... No, he waits on the other side. That buys time for Maikelele to show up, but he's waiting on the other side. Do they not realize the bomb is there? I'm sure he must have.
He heard the guy underpass, I think. Because you have next rotating over to underpass. Yeah, Maikelele, there it is, takes his time. Very good. Lines the shot up, and this is it, the golden opportunity. Let does not realize that a man is at his back, and there you have it. Maikelele, the Swedish team here, the Swedish roster, they're on the board. They pick up their first round, and it's off of an eco round as well.
It's a nice deal shot from Maikelele, but really it's the return of the 15-year-olds. It's forcetolive who saves that round. He simply sees it coming. It's so smart because LUULIGUZMAN already got the kill over on the other side. He knew he was coming that way. Once he realizes the bomb and he sets it up perfectly, even instinctively just smokes it up so that it throws the Molotov in, so it becomes really hard to get out and catch him. Oh! foxeyyy playing with fire, and he's going to get exploded from that AWP. Crasher will be gone down as well. Next is... He's fully shown up as well. He's even ready for Maikelele. That's a triple kill. Man, this Polish team is... They're really here. They've really shown up today.
They're a pleasure to watch, man. They are so good. What a time to change up the pace. When perhaps you'd be expecting them to slow it down, to play default. They just lost versus an eco round. This is it. You know, they don't want to let Maikelele get back into it. They might want to play slow. No, they just go straight B-rush and find the pick. Look at this. This is contact, obviously. Nex is here just hoping to get this kind of shot. But as soon as he does, his teammates are there to back him, and they pounce on the site. No hesitation. That was key. And now, well, look at the situation here. It's the force buy from Team Maikelele. They realize this is getting desperate. 5-1 is the score. IzakOOO way in the lead.
Next, Molotov there to make sure no one's holding on the platform itself, and he's playing it cleverly at the edge of the smoke. I mean, he keeps going the same way every round, but every round he plays it ever so slightly differently, and you can tell Foxy's just not ready. He's got to be feeling at this point like he's just getting outplayed. Luckily for him, Maikelele and forcetolive are going to try and bring the team back into the round here. 4 versus 3 in their favor now. And the rest of the T side making their way to the B bomb site. Crasher getting caught one more time. Didn't really have the equipment for it. forcetolive down to 12 health, but he will get another kill in. Still, they got the man lead.
And they have the utility lead as well. So that's something to keep in mind here. They still have some smokes to use. They just need to be clever about it. Exactly. Get a smoke down to block off kitchen. Well played. And now there's still that crossfire between short, and they're going to just focus on window. Maikelele is now out in the open, however. Do they use the flashes that they have here? They have 2 flashes. No, it's going to be a lurk through. And Leo with the double kill. Now it's on LUULIGUZMAN. 1v2 in the blink of an eye. He lost his teammates. He's in a bit of a tight spot, but he catches one out in the open. IzakOOO shot in the back of the head. And the bomb is dropped in the open. 38 seconds left in the round.
LUULIGUZMAN making the noise, and Lair will get the triple. That's actually just very smart play from Lair. Challenging that smoke and walking through it. Great instinctive play coming in from him once again. I feel like he's not the best aimer on the team right now, but he actually makes some decent decisions, especially when it really matters. That's 6-1, and the money wrecked right now. If we bring up the scoreboard, you see the people on the B bomb side. Foxy's been doing all right, but Crasher, it's Foxy and Crasher are playing over there. They're having such a hard time holding it right now. What's the answer for the Swedish team? They need to come up with something.
Yeah, Crasher's getting bodied right now. That's tough. And he was the one making a lot of noise coming into this as well, shouting, you know, like, let's go. Just trying to get his team pumped up going into this match. But he has expressed, actually, I mean, all right, we can get into that in a moment because there's already been a couple kills here in this anti-eco. Bit scary. LUULIGUZMAN dropping down to 9 HP. The bomb has been planted. No time wasted there, but LUULIGUZMAN's still up in Palace right now with an AK. But, you know, for Crasher, he's said it in the interviews going into this that he struggles with, like, the confidence and the consistency, and that's something that he wanted to work on in this tournament, and we're kind of seeing it here.
Oh, man. Foxy's put to rest by the grenade. LUULIGUZMAN not going to try and challenge just yet. They even have a Molotov. I mean, yeah, save the AK. That is not an unreasonable choice.
Definitely when your team is sitting on $2,000, right? You can get a hero AK in the next round. Doesn't matter if forcetolive goes up with the bomb. Irrelevant.
That'd be nice if you could have caught someone with him there, but that will not be the case. 7-1 as Team Izak are just going to continue to make this work for themselves. They've won the first map. There's a chance they can tour the finals here. We've got to remember they're playing on the T side, and as the panel was pointing out, this is the way it's been all along. You know, just playing T side has been easier, but not this much easier, I feel like.
Oh. So close. Such a shame. Well, not if you're a Maikelele fan. That's obviously a very good situation. Let's see, Crasher, wallbang. Not going to get the timing right. I do like the thought, though. Pretty satisfying, and that does a lot of damage for a wallbang. It's one of the better wallbangs you can actually get in CSGO. It does tremendous damage through that wood.
Yeah, actually one of the sad things about the way that the map development has gone is that there are very few places left at all where you can spam through with anything but the AW here and auto sniper. You know, all the AK and M4 wallbangs sort of slowly being weeded out. I wish there were a couple more of them. I understand they don't have to be all over the place, but just some places.
I mean, I get it. If there's a brick wall, okay, maybe you don't just wallbang through a brick wall. But if it's like plaster, like up there in B halls, if you could just put a couple shots through that wall there to check. Yeah. There are definitely, yeah, certain spots, you're right. Uh-huh. Ricky.
If he gets this frag, it's certainly going to spark a rotation, but he makes the noise falling down. That's dangerous. LUULIGUZMAN on the other side. Now they're pushing into B. Crasher coming up with a kill. That's good news. Going to go down afterwards to Nex, and now Foxy. It's going to be raining men all sides of him. LUULIGUZMAN takes one. LUULIGUZMAN goes down. Maikelele legged as well. He's going to get dropped by LUULIGUZMAN, and that leaves just forcetolive. Again, what can he do possibly at this point in time? Man, this is rough for the Swedish side.
That was some sexy movement, but not enough. Can't get the shot in the end. At this point, you really do have to just wonder. It's starting to just spin completely out of control. And it feels like Mirage is this tournament, the theme of this map has really been T-side, and the team starting T-side tends to dominate, tends to have a fantastic half, and then it's just, they get such a strong lead that their opponents can't really come back into the match at any point. Even in the second half, it gets close in the scoreline, but it's such a huge lead that they aren't able to close the distance and actually tie it up or get the map win. We'll see if Maikelele are going to be able to bring it back, however, because this is their map after all.
I feel like the magic number that we've been hitting so far is around like 10-5. 10-5, you can still do it. Once it goes 11-4 or worse, the team generally doesn't make it back. Like, that seems to be too much of a gap to close. So, yeah, this round, probably not going to be it. But in the upcoming round, they're going to have to do something. Maikelele finding a headshot on Stomp. Not necessarily a bad way to make it work. Forced to live. Are they going to Molotov him out? They've been doing that for a while now, but this time seems like they're going to forget about the fire and just maybe walk it in.
They don't have one. That's the problem. Les got a flash, and Nexus got the op. That's it. The utility is over on the A site, and it looks like LUULIGUZMAN has found a way out. Nobody's challenging him. He's waiting for the rotation to come back in through CT. Forced to live. Gonna peek. Gets the kill. That's a free rifle for him. But the bomb is already over here at A slope. They're gonna be able to get it out onto the A site here in a moment's time. Exactly. Maikelele playing passive. So LUULIGUZMAN, he's already out. Now, does he check this angle? Does he decide to clear out CT? That's the big question. Boom. Quick reactions from Luli. Keeps himself alive.
It looked like the aim was dead on, and then comes NEEX running in straight on to Foxy with the AWP. Now it's a 2-on-2. The bomb has only just gone down, and the backup is here, so Crasher, can he make it work? He was pretty aggressive through the smoke earlier. Now he's going to try for it again. He does a bit of damage, but not quite enough. And with the smoke up here, how are they going to defuse that bomb? Oh, Forced to live. Hitting a great shot, and now the bomb is actually not planted so well. It's 10 seconds for the defuse. LUULIGUZMAN, he's already heard it. It's going to be a fight, and he hits the headshot. Another clutch coming in for LUULIGUZMAN. He's really stepping up in this grand finals. And I feel like every round at this point is Forced to live trying to save his team. Like, he's just always the last guy left. Yeah. And it's not like he's not looking for the fights. It's just...
It's his role. I mean, it's his role to... on Mirage, that's what we've seen a lot of the time, is that it's his role to be the flanker, to be the one out on the extremities who's trying to come in to support his teammates, or, you know, right, if the defense is still there, he's looking to try and backstab the offense. And, well, sometimes if the defense keeps getting run over, you're just left alone. And that's yeah, not ideal, for sure. Incendiary, well, what's not ideal is... Oh, the timing! Foxy, pace yourself.
Oh! And actually, that buys a bit of space for NEEX to walk in. Now, Foxy. They're walking in on him. Izak will pick up a kill on Lolsey. Flashbang goes out. They're waiting very patiently for him here. Tries to get the shot on the guy jumping behind the truck, and instead it's a grenade on Lair. Maikelele showing up and taking down Izak. Now 2 versus 3. The bomb is up in the hallways. It's going to be LUULIGUZMAN to go and pick it up. And leaves Forced to live and Maikelele on the other side. They need this. They must have this.
Stomp was such a hero. I love the flash, though. The timing, and Maikelele going for the no-scope, getting greedy. Manages to bait it out. He gets the shot, the leg. There's the pistol, and there's the kill. Into the 2-on-2. 50 seconds left, though, and this is still a lot of time for IzakOOO to work with, but Maikelele is not willing to waste it. He's going to go charging in, misses the shot, and it's on Forced to live once again in a 1v2, alone, rotating in.
That's what I'm saying. It's just meant to be. LUULIGUZMAN will take him out, though. I mean, that whole 1v1 between Stomp and Maikelele, that says a lot about sort of some of the muscle memory. Look at this whole fight here. That's in pro players. Look at how Maikelele shoulder peeks. He baits the shot out every single time. Stomp he's so wired up that he feels like he has to take the shot, and Maikelele knows it. That's a good little demonstration of... I mean, I'm not saying that the others can't learn it, but for Maikelele, that's something that's probably in the bones by now. You know, you just know how that works.
It's impressive, for sure.
But the problem is, the rest of Izak's team, they're still playing so coordinated that, you know, Michael's tricks aren't enough for them to sort of single-handedly make it work. They're playing around him.
And this is a tactical timeout called by Maikelele right now. So, I mean, better late than never at this point, because they are double digits now on T side for Izak. So, going into the second half, Izak's team, they're going to be feeling extremely confident. But like you said, I mean, if they can bring it back to 10-5, Maikelele, maybe it's not too late. You get it back to 10-5, you start on that T side, you win that pistol. Anything is possible. Especially when you have star power. Well, star power of the likes of Maikelele, sure. But then, I mean, you have to give it to Forced to live and Lolsey. They're still hanging in this.
Absolutely, they are. I mean, we've seen some crazy comebacks in this tournament before, so I feel like it's definitely not too late. But they've got to start making it work pretty soon here. And again, I would say stop waiting around for something to happen. Go for it. Push 2 people top mid, have Maikelele be one of them, and let him take some fights and sort of make it work that way. Also, if you're just joining us and you're tuning in, earlier in the tournament on CT side, pushing into Palace, but he's gonna get taken out, man. It's just not their day right now.
Yeah, they're too fired up at this point, Izak. Like losing like a shot like that from LUULIGUZMAN, instant headshot. That's that you're dealing with a team right now that are just laser focused, that know that they've got this in the bag. It's going to take an incredible play from Maikelele, I think, to turn things around for his team. He's got to be the spirit beast, spirit animal of his team right now, and get them fired up some way, somehow. Rotations coming out towards that A site now from Izak.
Man, he is going to have to go for the full war cry here and just make that work. He's going to have to shout at top of his lungs, and then maybe that will rally the troops. loyalsyyy is here with him, and they are not going to be able to stop them from getting onto the site, but they might be able to stop the plant if they get one of the early kills here. loyalsyyy very low, and then comes NEEX. He's done it time and again. Jumps over. Maikelele playing at the edge of the smoke. LUULIGUZMAN going to best him for another double kill. Crasher runs right into Le. He heard him coming miles away, and they're stopped with the kill 11-1. My God, Semler, it's a nightmare for the Swedish team here. It's home soil as well. It's cold outside. It's going to be a long walk home. Maybe we can get them cabs.
Maybe. But losers walk, Anders. They don't party. They don't get a drink.
Think about what they've done.
Exactly. What are you going to change? What are you going to work on next? Ponder, you know, what are you doing with yourself?
11-1.
What's fascinating to me is that IzakOOO, they persist in just using this double op. They don't care, man. Double op all day, every day. For a second there, I was holding my breath, hoping that he would drop his aim. They don't care, man.
This is dangerous. Every shot they get closer, and eventually he's going to get run over. Stomp just pushing his lock. And Maikelele gets taken down regardless, and they'll bring it back anyway. That was the start they needed, and then it wasn't anyway. forcetolive goes down next with a jump shot in. Please, can someone put an end to this guy? He just won't stop. foxy is now in a 1-on-3. And Maikelele's team, you have to remember, they've had a really good run through the quarter and semifinals. They look like they were... I mean, they certainly look like they belonged to the grand finals, but they look like they might even be able to take it. But now, I don't know, everything is coming together for the Polish team.
This is tough. I think Maikelele, his nerves are getting frayed as well. So I mean, he's charging, expecting to get the trade kill, and I'm pretty sure exactly. He's wondering, he's calling out, like, where are you to his teammate, Crasher, who took his time to try and get a nade down, ran in and died just the same to Le. So there's some shakiness going on here, some big mixed signals that is definitely messing things up for Team Maikelele, whereas Team Izak, they're just this well-oiled killing machine at this point, man. They're unstoppable. They're monsters. 4 rounds away from picking up the title here. 12-1 for Team Izak, and Maikelele is going to finally step into the fight. Takes down LUULIGUZMAN and Palace.
Yeah, close range, the Mag 7, all the pellets right in the face. loyalsyyy in the middle, nice headshot on Izak. That's what we like to see. Clear control of the deagle.
It's the gloves.
It's got to be the gloves, right? Now they're sort of walking into the bomb site here. Just scoped up. Stomp, he's been so good at every range, almost shooting his teammates. That's how hired up he is at the moment. He takes down forcetolive. Oh my God, this guy won't stop.
Stomp is unbelievable. Like, this guy is nuts. Now it's down with both offers. Stomp got spotted on short, but he has the info. He knows that somebody's coming short now, so that's loyalsyyy. And Maikelele's still alive, and he is on the site. Will he find somebody stepping out into the open? Yes, he will, only to die. Next hits the shot, and Stomp is there. Triple for Stomp. What a round from that man right there. And it looks like it's all over. Everything goes right for Maikelele at the beginning of the round. And it's the same as in the last round as well. They get off to the strong start. They pick up the first kill. And then it's somebody just bringing it back, kicking and screaming for Team Izak.
Yeah, this is very brutal. That was a 3v5 that they just lost. Practically got curb stomped by Stomp there. It's just too much, isn't it? 15th round is coming up. We do have the double op setup again on Team Izak. 3 AKs, a couple of FAMASs, and 1 M4 there on the CT side. Le already out very aggressive. They're checking every angle. They feel like they've got it. Crasher goes down. foxy with a refrag with FAMAS. Goes for it again. He takes down NEEX. That's an important double refrag. And loyalsyyy doing great work with the FAMAS. That's really working out. 4 kills for Team Maikelele here. They might be able to get the 15th round unless LUULIGUZMAN is going to have one of his star performances.
Always possible. Not counting anybody out. on this one, but they seem to know that he's out on A. He spotted the man getting up the stairs. Now it's just a matter of time. Does he go for the peek? No, it's the angle. Man on short. And Lily, he's out. 69, 61. Headshot, wall bang down to 22. This guy's just getting whittled down. And in the 15th round, Maikelele's team will do it. 13-2, the final score at the end of the half.
That's just really hard to celebrate when you're in a round like this. You know, you're not going to be too fired up. They are going to have one hell of a T-side performance for this to work out. Otherwise, I'm just not sure how we're going to see it working for them. Simply too far gone at this point, I feel like.
Man, 13-2, that's just a curb stomp. This is nuts. And this is Maikelele's map. Have to remind you, if you're just tuning in, this is a best-of-3 grand finals. Izak's map was Cash, that was played first, and they got a comeback going. It looked like Maikelele were going to take off. They ended the first half 9-6 with Maikelele in the lead, but then Izak came back into it. His team stuck with it. They grounded out, and they ended the first map 16-13 for Izak. Now we're into the second half of the second map, and they're 3 rounds away, Izak, from clotheslining Maikelele out of this final. Stop with the double headshot!
How did that? We didn't need to see slow replay of that. That was too quick. LUULIGUZMAN does whatever it takes at this point to get back into it, but that was just incredible. Le and IzakOOO left here trying to see if they could steal it away, but Maikelele says no, not this time. He's stolen the USP from one of the fallen CTs, and now Le going to be walking into a mean 3-way crossfire. LUULIGUZMAN and Maikelele to close out the round. That's good news. But I want to see that replay of Stomp there. That must have been like 2 clicks to death space. It was so fast.
Please. Like, what was that? Let's see it.
Wow. Madness.
And he's almost got the line on LUULIGUZMAN as well at the end there. Yeesh. All right. Well, action-packed. That's what these maps have been.
Yeah. This is good news for Team Maikelele. If they wanted a chance to make the epic comeback, then it would require the pistol round, first of all. They're challenging the Deagles in the middle, which I'm not particularly a big fan of, I would say. Just put the smokes up, make sure you don't fight them until you're much closer, and then take it to them. But they've done all right so far.
Wait, what? Did somebody just disappear in CT there? Am I the only one who saw that? Was I hallucinating?
I think that sometimes the X-ray outline can linger for a while, and it sort of...
That was bizarre.
It happens. 2 people on the B-bomb site, and now Team Izak are not sure they can hold on to this. Just not really the weaponry for it, and forcetolive is having a field day. Even pulls out the Glock, trying to get more kills. He's finally going to be out. Oh, LUULIGUZMAN charging in. And he picks up the Galil. I'm not sure if there were any bullets in it. I don't think there was. But either way, not the worst end to that round.
Gotta give it to LUULIGUZMAN. He is a monster. I'd love to see the scoreboard after this, if we can actually take a look and see what the breakdown is for the Polish team, because it's been the trend throughout this entire tournament. It's never really been like one player just outright dominating. It's everybody kind of like, it's almost a rotation. A couple of strong rounds for one guy, a couple of strong rounds for another, and it just kind of carries from there. And so far, I mean, not a fantastic start here for Team Izak in the second half. But this is just a hard eco from them, so we don't really expect too much. We expect them, exactly, to get roasted.
Yeah, that feels so bad when you're in that corner. But now Stomp and Le are coming back into it. They're actually trying to chase down LUULIGUZMAN. He's at 28 health, spraying furiously out of bullets and has to fall back around the corner. Crasher has the UMP, and the only one with any real health, but he's in the B-bomb site. This bomb plant, I mean, they're going to know it instantly, but they don't have a defuse kit, so maybe this can still work out. Let's see if this is going to work out. The other thing is, they don't have any body armor, and Crasher has that 1 HE grenade, so if he lands it right, this can work out very well. Or just the UMP headshot there, making their way through Kitchen right now. And there's the check. He's going to get one. Oh, he tries to steal the AK. Oh, no.
Unbelievable. That mistake. But I don't think there's enough time. LUULIGUZMAN has to find the 1 kill. 6 HP. Whooping!
Oh,
no way.
My God.
No way. 6. He's got it.
He's got it.
Real.
Another couple of seconds and it would have gone the other way, but he actually wall-bangs his way to a win there. And
oh! What a heartbreaker. I love it.
If there was any doubt that they were going to take this grand final, I feel like winning around like this, that's going to be hard to swallow. And Crasher obviously thought that they were one kitchen, one catwalk. So he's, all right, I got this kill. I'm not seeing anyone else behind. I'm going to go get the AK. 14-4. They're right into the double op setup that they love so much.
Hey, that was ambitious, I think is the word. Shots there. Maikelele is pissed off. He's going on the hunt. Lulzy will take down Stomp on short. 14-4 the score, and already minute 30, and we've got 3 kills. A very quick, action-packed round already to start things off here. No time wasted. And is he the hero? No, not for long at least.
No, he wanted to be, but just too much action going on catwalk. LUULIGUZMAN trying to get out. Crasher will take him down. Nice double kill for the young Swede. And did they bring it back? I mean, I think that was definitely a round where you could tell the Polish team were maybe too fired up. Maybe just too aggressive.
It's one of the lessons you learn, right? That the pros learn, rather, when you're that close. You have to learn how to close it out. Even if you are pumped up, you got to calm down for the next round. Start thinking things through. Treat it normally.
Yeah, keep the adrenaline in check.
Yep.
Not always easy. Well, what are we witnessing? LUULIGUZMAN going down. They have that 1M4, but they did buy armor in this round. So they invested something into this round, Izak. I feel like they need to calm down. They actually invested everything into this round. They definitely need to calm down. Nice shoulder peek coming out of Izak. That's the sort of stuff we like to see, even just at a basic level. But yeah, they need to make. If the problem is, again, when you are a mixed team, if you end up losing, you know, the next 6 rounds in a row, how do you mentally sort of stay hyped, right? Suddenly you feel like, no, we're losing it. The grand final was ours, and now it's slipping out of our hands. Ooh. NEEX. He shouldn't be able to do too much here. They have so many grenades. The only way this is going to work out for him is if they fight him one at a time. If he can use the angle well enough to sort of force a lot of 1v1 fights. Maikelele going to go check the corner, and that's the first kill for NEEX. They almost line up. He's going to get the double. That's not bad at all. If he could have got Crasher as well, my god. But not this time.
Maikelele, what is that? You're going over there to peek with the bomb. Now your bomb is exposed. Woo! Oh, I think you got spotted. Yep, there's a smoke down to block off jungle. Ballet. Do they have the angle? No, they're worried about CT. This is unbelievable. Does he actually manage to infiltrate? He's got an AK now to play with as well. Does he swap out or does he just stick on the dig? Point blank. Hello! Peekaboo! Looking for the other one, but he's not gonna get it. So yeah, that's right. This is unbelievable.
Look at the focus. I mean, again, decision making is what it's all about here. He could have gone back to CT spawn. He could have, you know, tried to go stairwell like most other people would have gone with that smoke down, you know, try and get the fight over the boxes. But no, walks right through, reads it incredibly well.
Does not care.
Now, no armor, some pistols, but this should be a fairly easy round. forcetolive certainly having a good enough time. Stomp will get the 1, but looking like it's going to be a 7-14 scoreline here very, very soon. So this is not done yet. We need a bit more out of the Polish team. Just keep the fire burning, keep the pressure on. Not actually running into the fire layer. That was just a metaphor.
It's kind of cold here, man. Maybe you just need to warm up for a minute. Real quick.
Yeah, but remind me not to go on any survival trips with you, Semler. That is not how you live through the cold winter. Just like if you're ever, you know, on an island and you only drink salt water, don't do that either.
No,
it doesn't work.
It's not pleasant.
It's basic survival tips.
This is interesting. I mean, we have the half buy coming in here from Izak, and they're going for the gamble. It is going to be the. I'm wondering, is that going to be a flash going into pit right now? There it is, the flash. It's impeccable. Do they get more out of it? Yes, they do.
Oh my god! 1 flashbangs. How many times have we said it? A $200 investment. And that's what you get. And no one managed to turn around on Team Maikelele. forcetolive taking a fight up here with Stomp. But, I mean, their hearts have got to be racing right now. 2 more kills, and Team Izak are going to win the challenge here. It's a kill for the captain against Crasher. Now it's on forcetolive, and they know where he is. He just got the kill up here. He's boxed in. They have the bomb as well. This is heartbreaking. 1 on 4. He's trying to make it out, but he's going to go down. And that is it. I mean, what more can we say? I don't think they can do anything at this point.
Your hearts must be broken.
You lose a round like that, that surely is the finishing touch.
Ah, that flash. Look at that. And then, of course, lining up point blank. NEEX is there to help, obviously. You can see the spray there. It's LUULIGUZMAN picking up the kills, but they peaked together as a team behind the flash. Just picture perfect work coming in from IzakOOO and his lot.
And there's slightly more money than I thought in this round, Team Maikelele. So I actually thought they were going to be mostly on Tech9 and Galil, but they had a bit more going for them. That's very good news. That means they can technically continue to fight. Surprised that they are able to stick in. This Crasher, he's angry right now. Gets the 2 opening frags. forcetolive takes down NEEX now. Stomp and Lei are left. Lei is going to be going down now, at least Stomp. So, wow. They took that round very personally.
You know, get the heart going again. Because we got a while left, it looks like. They just, they're winning off of these, it's almost like fluke rounds, it feels like, because when it goes toe-to-toe, Maikelele's team, like, they get pissed off and they hit all their shots. So, Maikelele, like, they just need to figure out how to stop Team Izak from winning these eco rounds, basically. Eco rounds.
Love it when we get a demonstration of what Stomp can do here. Gonna miss a shot, but you see his movement is so good. Taking down loulligy and almost getting the kill. So close. There's the one on Crasher. He's so incredibly dialed in. Eventually goes down to Maikelele, but he's got everything going for him. He's got the beard, he's got the mohawk, he's got the name, the branding. So someone get this guy an agent and get him on a team.
He needs to get a shirt where it's like a boot tread and like there's an op or like crossed ops in the heel of the boot tread. You know, something like that on the shirt. You know, just saying. I'll take 10%. All right, so I mean, really, I'm just more impressed with just the individual plays here, but more importantly, they just have so much. They have such a large margin for error. Again, pistols, however, so be careful. LUULIGUZMAN with the M4, double spray. No, just the one, but look at the damage. They're so low on Maikelele's side now.
Oh no, not like this. It's gonna be a 2v1, forcetolive. He's gonna have to try and do it one more time. It is map and match point here for Team Izak. And forcetolive, he's not got the bomb, but he is top fragging at 24 kills. I mean, he's out fragging everybody on his team. And loulligy, the other 15-year-old, is at 18. It's the 15-year-olds that are doing all the carrying on this team here at the Grand Finals. Again, more sign that there is perhaps more up-and-coming Swedish talent that we were aware of. He's going to fake it with a flashbang, pretending he's still on the side of the map when he's in fact in middle. That's also some good thinking. This would be an almost unreal clutch for him to try and win with this little HP.
And especially because Team Izak they're playing it perfectly as well. They've got the buddy system going. They have to be careful about their spacing for that very reason. Because there's no possible chance for IzakOOO now to return. He will be able to get the shot only because he was standing out in the open in the off angle. But that is it. Izak will be the champion of this Join the Republic event. What a play.
Very, very impressive. And yes, congratulations indeed. We know obviously Izak will have a lot of his streamers or his stream watching the show here. So they're going to be excited that their hero ended up winning. But what a collection of players. He managed to choose, you have to assume, just the right players from Poland. Very, very good job. I fully expect to see at least some of these people making a shot and actually trying to get into sort of the professional tier at some point within the next couple of years. Much of it, I think, will depend on how much help they can get. And there's some retired talent in Poland out there that could want to help them out. Maybe just, you know, Papa Pasha or somebody else has some time left on their hands that they could maybe, you know, school them a bit. Virtus Pro did it themselves when they picked up Yali and Snacks early on, right? They were young players as well. And that fully worked out. No reason why we can't continue at this point here. I mean, this is interesting. And gotta say it as well on Team Maikelele. They had some players as well. forcetolive, you saw him at the end there, 15 years old, and loulligy as well. So I'm excited. I definitely am. This is much more than I actually thought we'd get out of this tournament in terms of player talent. So that is some interesting news. All right, I think we are just setting up to have a conversation with the Polish team. They're obviously very excited, so they just got to get around. You can see the Swedish team definitely taking it seriously as well. This wasn't just some fun thing.
Exactly. I mean, Crasher in particular, man, he was one of those guys who was really pumped about this. But forcetolive, loulligy, these guys performed and stood up and actually gave us a show. But I think it's the moment now that this Polish team has been waiting for.
for your captain, Isaac. Good to see you and congratulations, my friend. You can use that mic to speak to everyone watching. You are the ROG Join the Republic Community Challenge Champions. What's going through you and your team's heads right now? By the way, if you move slightly, you'll be able to see the trophy, which you will shortly get your hands on. But please, your initial reaction to what's just happened.
Yeah, we are just so happy. I guess it's difficult to talk right now because it was amazing. It was our dream final to face Maikelele, and we've actually beaten him, and we've beaten them on their map. It was crazy good. Just my whole team played really well, and we are just so happy that we could do it for our fans, our supporters. So thanks to all of you, because it's been a great adventure here.
Why did that happen on Mirage the way it did, Maikelele's map pick? Because it was arguably harder on your map pick, Cash.
I think that it's good that we've started on T side, actually, because you remember what happened when we were facing Zonix's team. We had a really terrible CT side, but then on T side we've won like 11 rounds or something, and yeah, we had a really good T side on Mirage. So after what we did on Mirage, we were pretty sure that we can just end it really fast. So yeah, I mean, like I said before, our Mirage is pretty random. We can win with like really good teams, but we can lose with some worse teams. But here, we had a really great show from the guys. Well, the whole team has won it. Like every single person had some rounds, like key rounds when they just carried the team, and it's amazing. Like what players I've gathered. It's despite we are friends and stuff like that we have a really good atmosphere. They're really skilled, and we've showed it during the whole finals.
Well, huge congratulations. I'm moving forwards because you guys can now grab that trophy. Be careful because there is going to be a little bit of an explosion from behind, so please don't go too close. So if you could lift it up, it is your prize. You are the champions.
Yes.
Oh my God. Hence why I said please do be careful.
Somebody's upping from behind.
Yeah. All right, well, that is it for the show, everybody. It has been an absolutely crazy 6 months, and it has all ended here with Team Izak, Team Poland taking the victory. A huge shout-out to everybody involved, the teams, the amateurs, who it's meant so much to, as you can see, from the winners and, unfortunately, to our losers as well. Of course, the other talent, Anders Semler, Shiva and Lauren, everyone backstage, and ROG for making this whole journey possible. It has been an absolutely fantastic thing to be a part of. We will see you next time.